Morning, everybody. Welcome to another Breakfast Brew Day. It's a little cold this morning. Wasn't expecting that. But we're here. I'm going to brew a nice West Coast IPA. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I don't know if anybody's going to come on. It's early on a Saturday morning, an Easter weekend. But I haven't brewed in a while. And I had to go ahead, so I'm brewing. Let's see if I'm actually live. Derek, there's my man. I can always count on you, buddy. Can you hear me okay? What's up, buddy? We're brewing a West Coast IPA today. I will later on get out the black IPA I brewed last brew stream, so you guys can all see that. It turned out fantastic. I was hoping to share it with people, but with this whole coronavirus, I'm not shipping anything. So, Derek, can you hear me okay, buddy? John, all right. Hey, yeah, there you go, man. Of course you're moderator, Derek. John, what's up, buddy? Can you guys hear me okay? Somebody's telling me that you can hear me. Just want to make sure. Hey. Thanks, Robert. What's up, buddy? Just trying to get settled here. One-man show today, guys. No Andy. I think we like it better that way anyway, right? Everybody remembers John from Tuesday night with our top 10 list. John joined us, show us his top 10 list. This Tuesday, we're doing top 10 sitcoms. So let's see what we come up with there. I got to do my list this weekend. Hopefully everybody else is doing their top 10 list. And, of course, bring your beer or whiskey or whatever you're drinking. Oh, great. Awesome. Thanks, Derek. Perfect. Can you hear me? Good. All right. A little bit hectic this morning. I didn't expect it to be this cold. I should have checked the weather. Everybody, yeah, Derek, thank you, buddy. All right. Good. We are live. That's good. Good to know. All right. So we're brewing a West Coast IPA. I'm going to actually, Angelo wants to know. Thank you, Angelo. Yes. Got to support the Ravens, right? Didn't expect you wearing it, but it's cold. My bald head was cold, man. Thank you, Angelo. How you doing, buddy? All right. I'm going to mill the grains. It's going to be right there. You can see it working right there. There's my rest of my grains I need to mill. Can you see it? Right there. So it's going to get loud, and I can't really look at the chat, so talk amongst yourselves. I have a cup of coffee, but don't worry. The next one, when we get to about 11 o'clock, I'll break out the black IPA. We're going to be here a while, so sit back and relax. At least I'm going to be here for a while. Beautiful. All right, so that's I did half already, so it's so much easier when you have a drill. I used to do that by hand. Holy crap. That took a while. So what'd that take? A minute? That was about 6 pounds of grain. This has about 12 pounds of grains in it. We're brewing a West Coast IPA. Hopefully I'm not overexposed. I might be. I wanted to get that in the shot. Well, whatever. I'm overexposed. Nobody wants to see my mug anyway. Lemon water and my vitamin C, beer and whiskey tomorrow. That's probably, for Easter. That sounds like a good idea. Missing my sports. Is it bad, John, that I've almost gotten used to not having sports on? Like, I don't even, like, when this all first started, I was like, oh, I want to watch basketball. Oh, I want to watch hockey. Oh, I want to watch the baseball. And now it's like I know it's not on for so long that I don't even think about it. And that's bad. I know that's bad. I have a feeling, though, this is my own opinion, I think everything's going to start up soon. I don't want to get into politics and everything, but I think things are gonna happen soon. Hopefully, there's only so much I guess you can keep this country isolated, right? So anyway, let's not talk about that. I think sports will happen soon, though. Certainly football by the fall. I think baseball. I don't know if hockey and basketball start back up, though. I don't know how that'll work. But what do you guys think? Are we going to have sports this summer besides baseball? I mean, is NBA and NHL going to start back up? I mean, why not? But I don't think they've ever gone through the summer. I don't know how many. I think they had, 2 months left of the regular season? Derek says there are replays of sports that I missed. So, that's funny. Yeah, I've seen that too. Their NFL Network has a bunch of old games back I've watched too. So that's kind of good. But there's only so much of that you can watch. But I don't know. I think let's all hope and pray that everything gets back to normal and we can watch sports again this summer, right? Anyway, let me check my temperature. So there's my strike water. Again, we're brewing a West Coast IPA. It's going to be clear, have a nice color to it. I want some malt backbone to it, 6.5%. If I get enough efficiency, maybe even close to 7. I'm using Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo hops in this. And IBUs are going to, I think, be around 63. So nice West Coast IPA, not a New England IPA, not a hazy. Baseball scheduled for mid-May, I read. Well, that would be fantastic. Football starts again the 28th of May in Australia. Interesting, Robert. I didn't know that. That's good to know. So is that like soccer football or American football or Australian rules football? I'm just curious. Just what that is. But anything is good. Hey, there's what WTA Mike. Man, I haven't seen you in a while, brother. How have you been? Cheers to you. Gosh, wow. Long time no see, Mike. Pennsylvania trapping. Hey, buddy, cheers. Have you trapped anything lately? I know it's been, I heard, a tough trapping season. Good to see you guys in here. Thanks for joining me for this really early brew day, but it's kind of how I do it here. I got to check my temperature of my water. So everybody talk to each other. And John, hopefully you haven't gone anywhere. Hopefully more will jump in. Who knows? Whatever. I'm going to be here. We're at temperature, so that's good. I am now going to mash in. So, guys, just bear with me. I'm going to mix the grains in this hot water, and we'll start brewing. I do it the old-fashioned way. No electric system, no pumps, no valves. Just my own grit. All right, all right, so now we take all that grain we just ground up. It's still live. Let's not do that. Okay, so here's all the grain. You guys want to see it? Check it out. Look at all that beautiful grain. That's what's going to make the alcohol. All that sugar in there. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. All right, we're going to mix it in. All right, let's stir it. Oh, man, this smells so good. Brew house is going. Wish you guys could smell this. Absolutely amazing. tell you the grain bill in a second. All right. Right where we want, like around 155. So we're all right. Just want to get these last clumps out of it. That's not bad. A little high. That come off a little bit. All right. This is a pretty easy brew day today, guys. There's no adjuncts. There's no delayed mash. There's no, there's a clump right there. Look at that. There is no whirlpooling. It's as straight as it can be. This should be a slam dunk brew day. Just trying to get these glass clumps out. All right, I think we're good. Temp check. A little high, actually. I don't want to be that high. There we go. All right, let me get my lid. Wipe that off a little bit. All right, guys. I'm back. Wow, 5 whole people in the chat. Hopefully, hey, Farmall, boom. Farmall, you're the man, buddy. Thank you for joining me. We're brewing a beer today. I haven't seen them all, man. How you been? Even though you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I won't hold that against you, Farmall. Won't hold that against you. All right. 60 minutes on the clock, guys. What time is it? What time is it? I need to start my clock. So it's right about 10 o'clock. We're going to go with 10 o'clock. All right, that's good enough. 11 o'clock, I need to mash out. Close enough. Well, what time do you guys all? 10:59. We'll go 10:59. I'll probably miss it. 10:59 mash out. Mash out. All right. So now I have to sit here. I can talk to you guys. But let me put a couple of things away. I got to clean up just a little bit. Can't have a whole messy brew area. What do we got here? So I've been good. See, you know, I gotta keep at least myself drunk, right, Mike? ESPN is showing. Derek says ESPN is showing horse games. Oh, JNC No Limit TV. What's going on? We're brewing a West Coast IPA. I'm sorry if I missed that in the chat. I appreciate y'all guys joining me. I know it's early on Saturday morning, but Robert Mule says it's the rugby league. Okay, so rugby is starting out in Australia. It's good to know. Farmall just came in. Hopefully everybody's checking everybody out. Rugby league, do you put sugar drops in bottles when you bottle? We use no. So I keg everything. So I don't bottle anymore. So I have 3 kegs that I can get on a tap. So I force carbonate with CO2, which I'm out of. So I need to go to the oxygen store and get 2 more bottles of CO2 for this batch, but I got some time. So I don't do that. And if I bottle right from the tap of my kegerator. I have this contraption, an inter-tapped counterflow bottle filler. So I can do it easily that way. I don't like bottling anymore. It's too much of a mess. Sugar and forget it. Too hard. And everyone's leaving. Sorry, guys. I'm going to actually have to do a couple things. So there might not be a lot of people on this stream today. So we didn't really promote it. And I just figured I'd go live. Why not, right? Nothing else I'm doing. Give me a second. Man, that's dusty. Wow. Serious dust. Plug in the computer so I don't lose y'all. This might be a better spot. There we go. Anyway, 4 people in the chat. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you at least like me brewing. Jeez. This is why I stick to it. Well, that's probably a very good point, Mike. We also are starting to do whiskey. If you look at our channel, we got a couple whiskey reviews. Andy loves bourbon, really all whiskey. We don't make it. I don't know if that's legal in Maryland or not, but we do like to drink it, especially Andy. He's like really into whiskey. So check our channel if you want some cool reviews on whiskey. We started doing that. So cheers, Mike. Mike, what kind of whiskey do you drink? What's your favorite? Do you like the cheap stuff, the moderate stuff, the really pricey stuff? I'm not big enough drinker to drink that really expensive stuff. I think you can find really good whiskey that's pretty easily priced. So, all right, let me just look at my recipe. All right, so here's what we're making. We're making a West Coast IPA. It's got 11 pounds of two-row, American two-row, which is your base malt, 1 pound of German CaraHell, 8 ounces of German Red X, and then 4 ounces of American Crystal 120. It's going to have a little color to it. And my hop schedule is half ounce of Mosaic at 60 minutes of the boil, another half ounce at 45 minutes, 1 ounce of Amarillo at 15 minutes, and then 1 ounce of Citra at the 5 minute. And then we dry hop with 1 ounce each of Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic for about 3 days. That's it. It's legal to make here as long as you don't sell it. Maybe that's how it is here too, Mike. It might be the same as like home brewing. So I don't know. But I don't have a still. Although it'd be fun to do. My wife would probably kill me if I brought a still in here. But that'd be really fun. Hey, we always have 1 thumbs down. I don't know. Whatever. I take it as we always get thumbs down. Somebody out there doesn't like us. Might get more, actually. I don't know. It could be Andy sitting at home watching this. Give me a thumbs down. Shine is good. Hey, Ron, what's going on? You better really... Well, there's certain types of shine I think are good. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm more of a bourbon guy, but it's all whiskey, right? Rob, Bundenberg rum is good. I'm not a big rum fan, but I've never even heard of that. Mike, you make homemade shine. Do you ever like put that on the internet? I'd love to see how you make that. You see moonshiners on TV and you see how they do it, but I'd love to see like someone really at home doing it, not the TV show. I think that'd be fun to see. You should put that on YouTube. I don't know. I know you got more stuff that you do on your channel, but I don't think I've ever seen that. All right, so in the process of making beer, this just sits for basically an hour. I got to heat up my sparge water probably about a half hour, 40 minutes, because once this is done and I drain it, I put another almost 5 gallons on top of it for 15 minutes to make sure I rinse all the sugars out of the grains. It's called sparging, batch sparging. And then I'll have my wort. Then we boil it for an hour, and then we cool it down and put it into the fermenter. And then about 8 to 10 days, I'll have beer. Oh, 4 Roses. 4 Roses is good. Nice. Select best. So you know your whiskey then, Mike. You should check out our whiskey vids. We've done a bunch back in November, which for the beer Bourbon County Stout, they use various bourbon barrels for that beer. And so we reviewed the bourbons that they used for that beer, which was like Knob Creek, Wild Turkey. And then we came back, we've done Larceny. So we've done some Larceny. We've done Wyoming whiskey. We've done Evan Williams White Label. So we've done a couple of whiskeys. We're going to continue to do them. It's kind of fun to do. People seem to like it. There's a huge whiskey world out there, so we're going to keep doing it. So Robert's saying that Bundaberg rum is made on molasses and sugarcane. So that's really sweet, I'm sure. It's probably good, but that would give me probably a heck of a hangover. Not sure I would like that too much. But, hey, not bad. I like that. So, Mike, let me know about that whole thing about you make your bourbon. Where'd you get your still from? Where'd you buy it from? I make apple pie. I've had that. That's usually pretty good. I assume you just put cinnamon sticks into it. And do you use apples in any way in that apple pie moonshine? Yeah, Larceny. That's I like higher wheated bourbons. So I guess I've only started drinking it, but I've noticed all the high wheat bourbons we've done, I've really loved. It's a little sweeter, I guess. So that's why I like that. Hey, Gemma, what's going on? How are you? Thank you for joining me. I'm brewing a beer today. We're in the mash right now, so I don't have much to do. Figured I'd go live. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. We only have 5 people watching, but I appreciate all 5 of you. I'm going to be here a while today, so get a cup of coffee, or when we get a little bit later, pour a little bit of that Larceny bourbon. I'll get a beer, and we'll finish this beer out. I'll show you guys, if you saw my last brew day about a month ago, not quite a month, maybe three and a half weeks ago, I did the black IPA. It turned out so good. I wish I could share it with people. I knew it would turn out good. I've done it many times before, and it's a really good recipe. I only tweak it here and there. So, Kaisun Chathura, I wanted toasted coconut beer. Because I have a recipe for you. Kaisun, am I saying that right? I do a coconut brown ale where I used, about 2.5 pounds of toasted unsweetened coconut in both the mash and in the keg, and it is like an almond joy beer. It is so good. So if you want that recipe, email me at 21090brewing@gmail.com, 21090brewing, so 2TEN90 brewing@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it in the chat right here. Oops, sorry. I'm doing that right. There you go. So there's our email. Email me and I can give it to you. Gemma, how are you? Doing okay? I'm doing okay. I think we're all just kind of getting by with the situation, trying to make the best of it. I'm praying that this will soon be over. We all can get back to our normal lives. That would be fabulous. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to brew beer. Why not, right? It's the best thing I can do, I guess, at home. We got what they call a stovetop still, a little bigger than your turkey fryer, but interesting. And that's how you use it. You just buy that on the internet, Mike? I've never seen that, but I'm going to tell Andy about that, because I guarantee you Andy would absolutely love to start making his own bourbon. The problem is, where do you get your charred oak barrels to make the bourbon? Unless you're just doing shine. I think he would want to make, that's our problem, is getting the charred oak barrels to actually put the whiskey in. I'm not sure where you would get that. Apples, brown sugar, and cinnamon give it that. Okay, so you actually do use apple. Do you use apples in the mash, or is that going after you actually distilled it and then that imparts the flavor? When do you put the brown sugar, cinnamon, and apples in that shine? Oh, that's awesome, Gemma. That's really cool. I know a few people who have kids who have autistic or artistic, and I know your channel is kind of devoted to that. So please, everybody, check out Gemma's page. I didn't realize. I apologize that this was, it's a terrible month for it, but that's really cool that what you do. And so everybody, please check out Gemma. She, I know that's very special and close to you. So please, everybody, check out Gemma's page. And it is World Autism Month. So she is every day. That must be difficult, filming every day. I know that. Well, at least you're home, I guess. So, but I know that's not easy. All right, cool, man. Thanks, Kasem. Stick around if you want. We're brewing a beer here, but if not, just email me and I'll give you that recipe. It's really good. And the key is how you toast a coconut. You can burn it very quickly. So you got to, and you have to use unsweetened toasted coconut flakes. So just make sure you do that. Right. So, Mike, you made yours, but when do you add in the apples, brown sugar, and cinnamon? Do you add it, I guess, after do you do it in the mash or do you do it post fermentation and post when you distill it? John Hill, my man, what is going on? I missed our beer trades, buddy. I was supposed to send you all these dreams from Burley Oak, and it got canceled because of this dang virus. Ugh. Oh, well. How you doing, man? What are you barbecuing today? I know you have to be barbecuing something for Easter weekend. I know it. Check out John. He's Syracuse Fan 1984 on Instagram. He has a heck of an Instagram page. I am very, very jealous of his barbecue setup and his beer selection because he gets great beers all over the place. Hope you're doing. We're brewing that West Coast IPA right now, John. We're in the mash, so I'm kind of just sitting here waiting to get my strike water. Hey, there's Derek. I thought you left, buddy. He had a spirited debate on video chat about CDC guidelines. I'm back now. Oh, well, I don't know what the spirited debate was, but I know you're passionate, Derek, and I agree with a lot of things you say, buddy. So respect you, bud. I'm sure you won that debate. So Mike says apples in the mash. The sugar and cinnamon goes in at the cool down. That makes sense. Buy oak chunks, char them. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. The only thing is I would worry about the charring and how much char you need on it. I guess that's important. So I'll look into that. I got to get Andy to buy the actual stovetop still, but that would be so much fun to do. Oh, my God. We would have a blast with that. Oh, Syracuse Fan 1982, not 1984. Syracuse Fan 1984. So it's like this. This is John Hill. John Hill Instagram is Syracuse Fan 1982. Not 83. There it is. John Hill. So search that on Instagram. I promise you won't be disappointed. Oh, man, Derek's pulling out the old Syracuse. Oh, John is a big Syracuse. John, how did you become a Syracuse fan and you live in Idaho? That's what I want to know. Yeah, when is Jim Boheim ever going to retire is my question. Good Lord. John, if you're still there, you can probably chime in on that. I don't think John Coppola likes Syracuse very much, though, John. John Hill and John Coppola, two different Johns. I'm not sure John Coppola is still listening. But if he is, I'm not sure he's a fan of Jim Boheim. John's a Duke fan, by the way. John Coppola. Equally as bad, I think. Pork butt on right now. So, John, how long will that pork butt actually cook or smoke in your smoker? How long will that be? Gosh, and please post the before, during, and after pictures. I got to get out to Idaho and try some of this barbecue. If you guys saw what John makes on this barbecue, good Lord. And what I do at home puts it in such shame. I don't even have a smoker. I don't even have a charcoal grill. I have a gas grill. I do the best I can. Hey, thanks so much, Kasem. Appreciate you stepping by. Cheers. And email me if you want that recipe. I'll certainly give it to you. Gemma's over in the UK. How's everything in the UK, Gemma, with this virus? Is it getting better? It seems to be a lot better here. We're still kind of locked down in the States. I'm right in the Mid-Atlantic area, Maryland. So, we're not New York. We're not LA or even Louisiana, but there's still a lot of cases around us. But, I don't go anywhere, so I don't see it. You're right. The char makes a difference. You learn how much you like. Yeah, I think I like higher char, but okay, that's good. Yeah, I'll look into that, man. If you can give me any tips on that, that'd be awesome. I'll certainly swing back with you. Oh, Dr. Hans, what's up, man? I wish you could have came on my last brew day. I did the black IPA, and I gave you a lot of credit because you saved me on that beer. I was having all sorts of trouble with my dark malts and roasted malts and getting too much astringency. Didn't even think to put those in delayed mash. And as soon as I did that, boy, that beer took off, and it turns out well. So if you guys like brewing, you should really be following Dr. Hans because he is Him and probably Brian from Short Circuit Brewers are the best homebrew channels out there, bar none. They are it. So not only are their productions good, topics are awesome, and they should be professional brewers, really. But I love learning from both of those channels. So Dr. Hans, cheers from Sweden. How are you, man? Hopefully you're safe out there. Hey, there's outdoors in Maryland. What's up, brother? Hey, brewing a beer. If it wasn't a lockdown, I'd say come on down and join me. Or when this is done, I'll share it with you. Maybe over the summer once we'll get together and drink some whiskey and beer. How's that? So John's aiming to smoke that pork butt for 9 hours today. 9 hours. My God, that must be good. And you're 3 hours behind us right now, right? So it's 7 o'clock. So you'll have that on there till about, 3 o'clock your time? And then how long do you let it rest? That's my question. How long does that pork butt rest after you take it off the smoker? Okay, so Gemma out in the UK says they're still on lockdown, at least till end of May, beginning of June. Whoa. I hope that's not the case here. I really don't. We've been in lockdown for about a month here. And not lockdown. I mean, we can still go to the store. You can go anywhere. There's people on the road right now. I hear them. And you can get food, takeout, carry out. There's no bars that are open. Everything's takeout and carry out. So, I mean, honestly, there's nothing different. Everybody's wearing masks when you go out, but you can still go places. So you're not really locked down. Everyone's working from home. So that's, I guess, different. Oh, all right. I'm down with that. I'll try to maybe get some home brews out to you too then, John. It's hard for me to get the Burley Oak. I see all these posts from Burley. I wish I lived closer. They're selling kegs. I just can't get that. It's like a 2.5 hour drive for me. There's no way I'm doing that right now. Hey, Justin Mello. How are you, man? Appreciate you coming by. Cheers. Justin is a good friend from way back in the day. He does a lot of singing on his channel. So how you doing, buddy? Okay, so John Hill says he lets that pork butt rest for 90 minutes to 2 hours. Got it. Hey, there you go. So Dr. Hans is smoking some pork today as well. Dr. Hans, you should definitely check out John Hill. His Instagram page is Syracuse Fan 1982. Again, Syracuse Fan 1982. He is an awesome barbecue guy and has a great Instagram page for that. Derek says, host, how did you and Mr. Andy get into brewing? Y'all are very knowledgeable. Derek just pours and drinks. Never will you see me drink a Budweiser. That's a good question. I think it was back in 2015. Our buddy up the street kind of brewed kits. This is about 5 years ago. And we thought, that'd be a fun thing just to do on a Friday night. Let's buy a kit. He had like a couple of the things you needed to brew. And we bought it. We did it together. Had a blast. And when we were done, the beer was awful. We thought it was great at the time, but it was absolutely awful. It was dreadful. But we had so much fun doing it. We kept doing it. It was like our thing to do every month. We would meet together and we would brew those kits. And it was cool, but I started to learn. I did research, just like anything you do. You go on YouTube and you watch videos. I wanted to actually start doing it myself with my own recipes and go all grain. And I just did it. And once you start that process, and I think Dr. Hans can attest to this. I don't know when he started brewing, but once you start making your own recipes and you see your beer getting better and better, and you buy more equipment and you get better and better, it's like any hobby. The more you do it, the better you get, the more satisfaction you get. And that's kind of how so you just continually learn. I'm still learning. I don't have the best setup. I'm old school, but it works. I can make great beer off of this setup. I'm dialed in. I know exactly what my equipment does, what efficiency I get. I know what I like. I do experiment. So in next month, my brew day will be the coconut brown ale that I just talked about. I am brewing that. And then the following month in June, when it gets a little bit warmer, for the first time ever, I'm going to make a kettle sour beer. Dr. Hans, have you ever brewed a kettle sour? First question. And two, if yes, even if no, you might know, what pointers do you have for kettle sours? I'm doing a fruited kettle sour. So I'm going to use the Omega Yeast Lactobacillus blend. I know how to do it. I've never done it though, but any pointers on that? Any temps that you think you should keep the lacto when you put it in after you mash and keep it for 48 hours or 24 hours? I heard like 90 to 100 degrees. So I got to get a heating. I want to wait till the weather gets hotter. I'm going to use a heating source to keep the kettle around 90 to 100 degrees all for the 24, 48 hours. Yeah, good. Check out John for sure. I appreciate that. Host, I went live from Chili's restaurant last Saturday, and that seemed radical. They're open. You know, you said that, and I missed it. I can't believe up in Philly that their restaurants are open like that. But, I mean, here's the thing I don't get. I went to Costco yesterday to get stuff, like our normal stuff. And Costco is now limiting the amount of people you can get into the store. It's a huge, probably, 15,000 square foot, place. But they're limiting the amount of people in that huge store. So now there's a line so people are congregating in line. What's the point of limiting people in a store if you're just going to let them sit and congregate in a line? It made no sense to me. I don't get it. I didn't go, of course. I saw that huge line. I said, I'm not going to sit in that line for an hour next to people. It made no sense. All right, so you agree. Have you ever brewed a kettle sour? I don't know if you have or not. So John said, Todd, the lockdown where you are might last long because you're near the epicenter of the virus. Yeah, that's probably true. We'll see. I mean, I'm very lucky and blessed that both me and my wife can work from home. So it hasn't affected us too much, but I worry for other people who don't have that luxury. That really is, not good. So I'm hoping that the lockdown soon is lifted so people can get back to work and we can get back to normalcy. You are surgical in your explanation of beer. Far beyond. No, we're really not. I mean, Derek, I appreciate the compliments, and I certainly have been brewing for a while. But if people like Dr. Hans on here in Sweden, he is surgical in his explanation. He is not me. I learn from people like him. I know stuff and I know what I can do. But I appreciate that comment. That's very nice of you. So Chris Kern said kettle sour super easy. That's what I'm thinking. Gemma says in the UK we can only go into the store 2 people. Wow, that is crazy. So are there long lines outside? Again, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Why in a huge store where there's 30,000 square feet warehouse or what have you? Why would you limit the 2 in a store and then have 1,000 people in line outside? Makes no sense to me. I use the Good Belly juice mix and add that to the wort and make it my grainfather for 36 hours. The Good Belly bacteria will kill itself at the perfect pH level. Okay, so that's good. I'm using the Omega Yeast Lacto. I'm going to fruit it at the end after I've fermented out. So it's almost, and I'm going to, also it's a lactose. So I'm going for a blackberry cobbler. So I'm using the blackberry puree. I'm using lactose. I'm using cinnamon and vanilla, maybe some brown sugar. So that's what I'm trying for, John, a blackberry cobbler dream. That's what I'm going for, John Hill. Shopping now requires you to do a first light. At first light, being prior military. That's good. I'm glad that you at least get. Yeah, my dad, who is elderly, he's in his 70s. He gets up and goes first thing too. They're having where if you're over, I think 65, you can get in the store, which is good. So Todd, on the Costco deal, they put the responsibility on the citizens. They should be following the guidelines that have been out in place. They had the guidelines, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I just don't understand when you limiting people into a store and then there's this huge line of people gathering outside together. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? That's my point. I don't get that. You can see. So Outdoors Maryland says you can COE with me. Come with me and bring your recipe, and we can brew on a Sabco system. Local pub says I can brew on it any time. Whoa. What's your local pub, Outdoors in Maryland? I am all for that. Who is the local brewer? That's what I want to know. Because I would be all for that. Jeff, hey, funny, by the way, that the tube took down your live stream on the music. But yeah, does that make any sense? So Jeff brings up a good point. Tuesday night, we're trying to do something every Tuesday, just something fun. I mean, we're not live streamers, so we're just trying to connect because we can't really record together very well. So we're doing live streams every Tuesday night. We did our top 10, artists of all time, our favorite. And we were showing videos, and all midway through it, YouTube just shut down our video because I guess there's copyrights because we were showing videos on YouTube, which I don't get. So the ads were still playing. But yet when the replay goes, they still play it. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I want to know where Outdoors of Maryland, what brewery is it that's going to let you brew on their system? I'd love to know that. Brandon's Outdoors Adventures. Good morning. Hello. I'm done my coffee. Hopefully you guys have waken up to get your coffee and enjoying your Saturday. Thanks for coming in, man. How are you? So Gemma says it's all weird to me. I've never learned about beer before, so being in your stream is helping. As when this is over, I want to take my dad for a beer. Oh, well, that's great. You can go to breweries. They'll take you on tours and show you. I do things on much. It's not hard. Jeff, Dr. Hans is he can tell you it's relatively simple. I mean, there's only 4 ingredients in beer. That's all you need is water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. That's all you need. Biggest thing with brewing beer is sanitation and don't blow up your basement when you're fermenting it. So other than that, do what you want. But so Dr. Bronze, keep it hot. Don't let air touch the wort. Put a layer of plastic. Yeah. So direct on the wort surface. So I was going to wrap the kettle in the plastic wrap and then put the lid and tie the lid down on that. Would that work? That's what I was planning there. The saran wrap over top of the kettle, secure that and then put the lid over top of that. That's what I was going to do. Hopefully that would work. Oh, you never heard? Oh, come on. That's funny. You don't know who Andy's #1 band was? Do I have to even say it? Def Leppard. It's just called The Pub, Irish Setting. So they have a brew system in the back of that pub, Outdoors of Maryland? Not a brew. That's awesome that they do, and I would totally be down with doing that. That would be a heck of a video, too. We'll have to catch up in the summer, maybe. That'd be so much fun to do. If they would let us. We would bring all of our ingredients and everything. Totally. I just need to know how many barrels it is or what size can we do? Because I have to scale it. Yeah, I don't understand the toilet paper hurting either more. Hey, we got 10 people in the chat. Oh, 9 now. Well, whatever. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't, guys. Let me know you like it. All right. Brewing beer is not hard. My channel might make you think the opposite. So, yeah, Dr. Hans does a lot of advanced techniques, a lot of off-the-wall stuff, too, which is great. I still think you can learn. Dr. Hans, maybe you should do like a Brewing 101 video. We were thinking about doing that a while ago. We just never got to it. But maybe that's a good thing for you to do for people that don't brew beer, how to get them into brewing beer. We have thought about doing that. We probably still will eventually, but I'm sure you could do a good job with that. Put a layer on the wort. So put it directly on the wort. I guess sanitize it and put that on the wort. I didn't think about that, but I will. So sanitize the saran wrap, put it right on the wort too, and then put a layer over the top of your kettle. All right. So Outdoors in Maryland, I think I just missed what he said. I'm sorry. I'm not catching up. I got to actually get this water going here for a second here, guys. Hold on. I got to get my batch of sparge water up. In Denton, local Irish pub, but we would have to make a recipe for his bar. He has everything. All right. Well, I am very intrigued. Outdoors in Maryland, please email me because I would love to get in touch with you offline and talk about this because that would be really fun to do. We certainly, if we can make a beer for their bar, I'd love to. That'd be amazing. 21090brewing@gmail.com. Now, I don't know much about their system. I'd have to look at that, but me and Andy would be totally down with that. Yeah, I don't want to get into politics, but Derek, you're right. Nobody seems to be practicing what they preach. That's true. All right. No limited toilet paper. Okay, we're talking about toilet paper now. I'm sorry. Cool, you show me, I'll take it. Yeah. Look up SAP. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, I know it's usually a professional brewing system. I just don't know how big their system is. You'd have to scale the recipe to whatever system they're using. What is the barrel system? I've never brewed on that mass scale before, so I need some insight on that. Canadian Brewing Channel, good morning. Hey, thanks for joining. We're brewing a West Coast IPA, huh? Who does that anymore? I am like longing for a nice traditional West Coast IPA, so there it is. I'm brewing one. How are you, man? What have you been up to brewing-wise? I'm sure you're brewing as well. The brew review. Hey guys, good to see you doing a brew day again. Yeah, I am trying to do one a month. I did a black IPA last month, doing a West Coast this month. Next month, or in about 3 weeks, I'll probably do my coconut brown ale. And then in June, I'm going to be doing a kettle sour for the first time. So don't worry, we still brew. 210 Brewing still brews, I promise you. That's never going away. I've got some ideas for brewing videos as well. I'm going to start pumping out, probably by myself because we're quarantined, but some how-to videos. How to do a light yeast starter, how to use intertap bottle filler, how to toast coconut, how to actually even brew beer. I got some ideas for that. So I'm going to still be putting out brewing content. Don't worry. I know we do a lot of reviews and now we're doing whiskey, but we do everything. So thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. Is so nice of you guys. Hit the thumbs up too. Let me know you like these brew days, guys. I'm trying to continue to do them. So brown ale. Oh, so you did a brown ale. Did you put anything in it? It was just strict brown ale. I love brown ales, but my wife really likes the coconut brown ale I do. And it turns out it's really good. It tastes like an almond joy. It's so good. Problem is that I get asked the same question over and over. So I could redo the same video over and over. If people like you do, could you watch all my stuff? It would be easy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm sure you have something on that and they just still answer you the question. You have so much content. So that's a good point. I believe still 30 to 50. So it's a 30 to 50 gallons. Okay, so I brew on like a 5-gallon system. Well, actually, I can do 10 gallons. So I can source that out. That's not a problem. All right, guys, I got to get water in this. I will be back in like 4 minutes. So don't leave, please. Talk amongst yourself. Hey, Venom Homebrew, how are you? Sounds like a nice, this is a West Coast IPA I'm brewing. I got to get my batch sparge water in the kettle and heat it up. So give me 1 second, guys. Please don't go anywhere. I promise you I'll be back. I got to go get water though. We're still here? I promise you, I'm still here. I'm just getting water. It takes a little while. What did I miss? Hey, thanks, Jim. I didn't even share myself out. Anybody want to share this out? I'd love to have more people in here. That'd be great. But thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. We are making beer. I promise you. It'll get more exciting in a second. Yeah, I hope everybody's being safe too. I'm just hanging out in my garden smoking. Hey, there you go, Dr. Hans. I bet you that's nothing wrong with that. Did Todd mention the ingredients? I have, but I will in a second. I'll read you the ingredients for this in 1 second. Thank you. Yeah, salute to the chat. I appreciate everybody being on here. I know it was kind of last minute. I love just chatting with you while I'm, keeps me company while I'm brewing a beer. Any brewers finding shortages on ingredients right now? Yeast, maybe. I stocked up. I have not. I just it took a while to get stuff from More Beer and Adventures in Homebrewing. And then I just found out that Annapolis Homebrew, Jeff, and Maryland Homebrew were delivering too. So I'm going to order from them too. But to support local, but I have not had any shortages. I did stock up as well, though, too. I got a bunch of yeast. That's what I really needed. So, yeah, 1 second. I will mention the ingredients. I got to get my water. I'll be right back. All right, guys, back. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, we're losing some people. I'm sorry. I'm back. I promise you. That should be the last time I have to leave. Just make sure I did that right. Yeah. All right, good. Let's fire that up. All right, so that's the batch. About a little over 4 gallons. All right, so you guys wanted the recipe. I'll get to the chat in a second. Here is the recipe for this West Coast IPA. I just made it up. I don't know if it's great, but it's pretty straightforward. This is probably one of the easier beers I've brewed. So, grain bill, 11 pounds of American two-row. I use Great Western. I love their two-row, Great Western two-row. A pound of CaraHell, 8 ounces of Red X, and 4 ounces of Crystal 120. I want a little bit of color to this. So that is the grain bill. So 12.75 pounds in total. I get about a 75% efficiency. So it'll come out to about 6.4%. Hopefully. Maybe a little bit higher if I can get better efficiency. So the hop schedule, we are using half ounce of Mosaic at 60 minutes, half pound of Mosaic. I'm sorry, half ounce. Big difference. Half ounce of Mosaic at 60, half ounce of Mosaic at 45, 1 ounce of Amarillo at 15, and 1 ounce of Citra at 5 minutes of the boil, and then dry hopping with 1 ounce each of all three, Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic, for about 3 days. That's it. How straightforward is that? So there is the exact recipe for this beer. Pretty straightforward. I'm trying, I'll clear it up. I'll cold crash it. Put a Warloff tablet in. I want a nice sort of sweet, citrusy, a little bit of pine, resinous. We'll see. West Coast IPA. Anyway, what did I miss? Yeah, we do love the red. I like the color the Red X give. It gives us, I want this to have a little bit of sweetness to it, malt backbone. So, the IBUs are 65, so it should be pretty good. What did I miss? Is anyone brewing? So I know, Jeff, you brewed this past week. I saw that picture you did on Instagram with your son being your helper. What beer was that again? Tell everybody what you just brewed. Oh, I just totally missed the chat. Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring that down. Just a regular brown ale. So Canadian Brewing Channel said just a regular brown ale, but it tastes great. I'm sure it does. Gemma shared me out. Yeah, there you go. Any questions on brewing? Dr. Hans can definitely answer them. Jeff's also a home brewer, Canadian Brewing Channel. We got a bunch of home brewers in here today. I'm losing everybody, though. We have about 7 people in the chat, but sorry. This part is more entertaining. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Yeah, brewing beer is fun. I don't know. I'm missing the chat. I'm just going back to see what I missed. Okay, let me go back. So Jeff stocked up. I just mentioned the ingredients for Dr. Hans. Dr. Derek, thank you for sharing out the stream, man. I love that you guys do that. I should probably do that as well. I will in a second. Anyone brewing? So again, like I said, I know Jeff just brewed. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully my next batch I'll order from Maryland Homebrew. If they can deliver it, there you go. It's still down in the bar. I just didn't bring it up today. It should go right there, but I didn't feel like taking it down from the bar. and putting it up here. Sorry. So you brewed a black IPA yesterday? Was that live? Did I miss that, Dr. Hans? Oh, God, how did I miss? Please tell me I didn't miss a brew day live stream of a black IPA, because that's bad. I'll have to go back and watch replay. Dang, though, I would love to chat when you were doing the black IPA, because I'm drinking. I'll get one out later to show you guys from the last brew day how it turned out. If you saw our last live stream, I had the black IPA on tap. John's asking me, how are the medical supplies at your facility? I didn't know, Derek, you were actually. That's a good question. Hopefully the supplies are okay. So the Canadian Brewing Channel will be brewing tomorrow. Are you going to be live? That's my question. An Easter brew day sounds fantastic. The federal government says they're doing an amazing job. The federal government always says that, don't they? Oh, so Dr. Hans might do another stupid brew experiment. Those are usually some of the best videos, though, Dr. Hans. Thank you, Dr. Hans. I appreciate it. Hopefully I won't have to leave again. Yes, we love Red X. I think I already saw that, so I'm catching up. Dude, I messaged you on Instagram. All right, perfect. I'll check that out. I promise after this is over. So Jeff brewed the Belgian Blonde. Sort of I assume that's a heavy clone. Nice. We got to do some bottle shares, like you said. So let me get this one on the keg, and then I can get you the black IPA in this one, and we can do a bottle share. How's that? You can come by, swing by. I'll put them on the porch. You can drop yours off. I think that'd be a good idea, Jeff. I like the way you're thinking on that. No worries here. You may have heard about nurse caught lying about masks and no lungs. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Benham Homebrew, how do you find the Red X? I have 6 kilograms, but never used it. I like it. I think it's a sweet. It gives a nice red color to it. I only use 8 ounces in this, but it'll give me a nice sweetness, and I like the sweetness that comes with that. Andy loves it. He'll brew much higher quantities than me, and it gives you a nice color too. So I used this one mainly for a little bit of the sweetness, but mainly the color. I wanted a nice orangey color when it comes out. So I do want some sweetness. There is 120 in this, so that's definitely going to give me color. Crystal 120. I think the SRM is 8.27. Again, 6.4%, 63 IBUs, and 8.27 SRM, just for you brewers out there. Brewing a hopeless corn beer. Chris, what does that mean? Hopeless corn beer. What do you mean by that? Love the sound of propane burning around. Yeah, I'm old school, man. Right there. I got to get that batch sparge up. We have about 16 minutes left in the mash. Doctor, thank you guys. Anybody sharing us out, I really appreciate that, since I have not even done that. It was live, not on my channel, but not on. Well, what channel was it on then? I assume. Okay, it was live. I get you. Now they do want us to reuse single-use items like plastic gallons. There is here, Derek, in BWI, there's a station where they're sanitizing all that stuff, all of the medical equipment, so it can be used again. They just announced on the TV. So all local hospitals in Baltimore can not have to discard all their gowns and masks. It goes and gets sanitized and comes back, which I think is great. Canadian Brewing Channel just shared out the stream. Everybody who's sharing it, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I love having more people in there to talk to while I'm brewing. It's cool, very cool. So thank you. Just got off work, so I'm taking an old man nap. Been up since 2 a.m. outdoors in Maryland. Man, go to sleep, bud. Take a nap, or just lay down and fall asleep while you're watching us. How's that? Jeff, okay, you're up for the trade. Let me get this carbonated, and I'll bottle a few of the black IPAs now, and maybe not next week, sometime in 2 weeks. Let's do that. All right, buddy. Thanks, Outdoors in Maryland. Thanks so much for. I'll respond to your IG, and maybe we can hook up over the summer at your pub in Denton. That'd be amazing. I'd love to do that. I will be able to bottle a Kettle Sour. Yeah, 100%. Now, I am fruiting it post-fermentation. I hope it would be able to be sent, if that you're alluding to you. Who knows what it would do when you open it? Could explode. I don't know. That's another thing. I am going to put the puree in after fermentation and I get all the yeast out, but there's still going to be some residual yeast in suspension probably. We'll see. I've never done it, so I'll try. Why not? If it doesn't get to you, it doesn't get to you. I think you're right. I do follow you, though, Dr. Hans. It's just hard for me, man. I got 3 kids, and I try to follow everybody, but it's hard. So it was on Facebook. Dang it. I don't get alerts for Facebook. Maybe I need to change my alerts. I just shut all my alerts down on Facebook. I think we're friends on our personal pages, too. So I should have seen that. A hopless corn beer, popular in Kentucky. I've never even heard of a hopless corn beer. Never heard of that. I don't even know what that is. Derek says, just the fact that I can interact with Mr. Todd shows what a critical situation we're at the medical facility. No surgery scheduled. Derek is cool. Wow. Well, yeah, I heard that hospitals are completely not busy other than the coronavirus because they've taken all elective procedures off the table. Oh, Norse Brewery. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. Join us. We got some great home brewers in here, so please converse. I'm still, well, I don't know how to send it internationally, Dr. Hans. I really don't. I'm afraid to send beer internationally. I don't know why. I just am. Especially bottles. I don't know why. Maybe I shouldn't be. Yeah, cheers and hello to Canadian. Old Norse, love that you came in. We're brewing a West Coast IPA today. I'm almost, I got about another 13 minutes in the mash, and then we'll batch sparge right there. And then we'll get boiling. That's when it really starts smelling good in here. Yeah, I know. I don't want to send you a glass bomb. How about this? Let me bottle them when I do that. But we be sending this over the summer, so I worry about that as well with a fruited sour. So we'll figure something out. Somehow I'll get you some of that. I know how much you love those dreams. So I'm going to try to pull off the Blackberry Dream. I'm going to do a review of that on our channel. It's my favorite dream. I wish I had more to send you. But I'm going to try to replicate that. Blackberry Cobbler Kettle Sour. Oh, it's so good. 2 weeks sounds perfect. Good. I use Brewer's Friend, Jeff. You know what? I forgot I can highlight people's comments. I'm sorry. Forgot about that. There we go. I'll start doing that. Let me check the temp on this real quick. Hold on. Plenty of time. We got plenty of time. All right. Let me share this out though. I haven't done it on my own. Let me share this. Hold on, real quick. Probably should do that. There we go. Thank you, Outdoors in Maryland, for I think he's gone now, but he did retweet it on or put it on Instagram. I really appreciate that. All right, whatever. I don't really care. What else have I missed here, guys? What have I missed? I'm using, okay, so Dr. Hans is using Brewfather. I have not used that. I like Brewer's Friend. It's pretty easy to use. I've used Beersmith. I know there's a bunch out there now, but Dr. Hans using Brewfather. Is that something for electric systems, though? I use pen and paper for my calculation. The Old Norse Brewery does it the old-fashioned way. I would never be able to do that. I need the calculations done for me. That's funny. I'm going to put that out there. Wow. That's interesting. So Canadian Brewing doesn't use a brewing software either. How much does it help? What helps me understand what it's going to look like, how it changes the IBUs, how it changes the color, how it changes the alcohol level by using various ingredients. So, and then it gives me all my water calculations for what I need based off of my ingredients to get my desired 5 gallons into the keg. So it helps me tremendously. I don't know how I would do without it. And it's not that expensive. I mean, I think I paid $25 for a brewer's friend. It's not, and I use it all the time. I also have Beersmith too. So I don't know how you would brew without it, but if you're doing it, good for you. See, look, Canadian Brewing, Old North, you guys are old school. Jeff said he's never shipped international, but I received a shipment from a brewer at the Wine Hostopeter many years ago. Interesting story. We'll have to share. Yeah, again, I'm so scared about sending it internationally because it goes through customs. I don't know how that's looked upon. Hey, Justin's still here. Thanks, Justin. I appreciate you still being here, buddy. Appreciate that. Everybody check out Justin Mello if you want. Fun guy, does singing. With he has fun on his channel. Nothing wrong with that. It's called the, okay. So you're still here out there. It's called the Market Street Pub. Sorry. All right, I will look that up. In Denton, I assume. So, and I thought you were taking a nap, but I guess you're not. So I will check that out, and we'll get together. Instagram. I'll respond back to you, and then we can get back on email. And I'd love to do that over the summer. That'd be so much fun. Dr. Hahn says, I like the Beersmith also, but Brewfather just spoke to me more. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's whatever's easiest for you. There's so many out there. I'll have to check them out, but I'm comfortable with Brewer's Friend, and it works for me. So whatever works for you is good. So, and then Jeff says he's tried to switch to using Beersmith a couple of times. Seems powerful, but complicated. I don't think it's that complicated once you get into it. Jeff, what do you use? What did you say you use? I'm curious. I missed it. And then Old North says, I use experience. There you go. I mean, honestly, you're right. I don't actually even refer to the sheet much anymore. I just do it to see what my ingredient list calculates, really for my water requirements. So I used to like have it up and do a whole thing where it said, do this, do this, do this, do this. Everything's in my head now of what I need to do for the day. I mean, a brew day is the brew day. It's the same thing over and over again. Okay, so Dr. Hahn said he received beer from Canada and also shipped to Canada. So that should be relatively the same process. All right. I wish I had a canning system because I think cans would be so much easier to send. I've sent beer before in bottles and they have twice broken. So I really worry about that too. Now, I've shipped a lot of beer, but I've done it twice where bottles have been broken. Okay, so you do use brewing calculators, online brewing calculators, sometimes to print. Yeah, there you go. It's sort of the same thing then, Canadian Brewing. I mean, that's kind of what I use it for. Okay, so you've received way more. Yeah, I assume Europe is probably easy to do, but yeah, Canada is the nearest to us. North America, definitely. All right, let me check my temp real quick on my sparge. We got another 7 minutes to mash. Around between 180, like 180, 185 for my batch sparge. All right. Let me just real quick see something here, guys. Real quick. Anyway, what I miss? All right, so this is, hey, Chris, you're still here. Good. Try to find PET bottles for shipping bottles. What are PET bottles? I don't know what they are, but I will look into them. What are they? Why don't I know what PET bottles are? Somebody explain to me what they are, but I will look into them, certainly. Put Chris up there. All right, so Dr. Hahn just said PET bottles for shipping. What are PET? Are they the ones that have the thing on top? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure what that is. Why don't I know what that is? Derek, Mr. Turner from Philadelphia Policeman is my liquor connect. Liquor stores are closed in Pennsylvania, but I loaded up because wow, that is crazy. They did not do that here in Maryland, thank God. Although I'm making all my beer. So honestly, I'm using this as a time to empty all the commercial beer I have in my beer fridge that I just haven't been drinking because I didn't want to. Well, now I am, plus my homebrew. So I am exhausting my supply before I go back to a liquor store right now. I want to know what PET bottles are, though. Plastic soda bottles. Okay, normal plastic. And how do you get those, the twist off? How do you twist them on? Is it the same as capping? It's a type of plastic. All right, I'll look into that. Okay, nice. I did not know that, and good to know. Good to know. All right, guys, now we're in. If you haven't hit the like button, please give me a thumbs up. I love doing Brew Day live streams, but I want to make sure you guys like this. I think you do. Most of the brewers come on when I do a live stream, so that's good. I get to connect with the brewers. You know, we are 1090 Brewing, for crying out loud. So I love having 5 or 6 brew channels on here as well. So that does mean something to me. All right. Let me just check something. I've got to 1 second, guys. Just gonna get ready for this. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Get close. I'm actually going to switch into my. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Please don't leave. I need somebody to talk to. I thought Andy would come on eventually, but leaving me hanging once again. So that's my boil kettle. It has the markings inside, so I switch it over to that. I'll mash out into this one. All right. Don't touch that, bud. All right, where am I at, guys? What did I miss? We got 2 more minutes on the mash. So you're gonna see me mash out. I'll show you the color. I gotta whirl off. Make sure it runs clear, and then we'll batch barge. All right. So what did I miss here? My first brew in 2020 didn't go as planned. My first PED controlled caught fire. Then my propane burner regular blew a gasket. Luckily, I was able to limp away with the last. My Lord, that does not sound like a great brew today, Old Norse. I'm sorry. Were you filming for that? Man. Let's see, Derek. We have beer distributors open for some reason. It's all good. I have access to Flying Fish. Hey, there you go. There you go, Derek. That's all you need, buddy. There's some good breweries right there. Thanks. Appreciate that. Dr. Hans, I know you do. I appreciate that. All the way from Sweden. And everybody, please go check out Dr. Hans. He's a great guy, but he's entertaining in his production value on his brewing videos. I challenge you to find, I know other brewers in here know of him. They will confirm this. I challenge to find a better brewing channel than Dr. Hans Brewery. I think him and probably Brian from Short Circuit have just amazing channels that I'm so glad that at least we kind of connected. Learned too much and consider them friends. So certainly helps our channel. Yeah. So Canadian Brewing says they have beer and liquor stores open. Yeah, so do we here in Maryland. No doubt about that. Yeah, Old Norse Brewery. Long time no see. Well, come on, connect. Let's go here. All good, right? All right, guys. I'm ready to smash out. Let's check this out. Cool. Did you really? All right, let's ready. Let's check this. it smells so good, guys. Let's see what my temp was at. Beautiful. 153. That's awesome. Temp's great. Now, let's see about this color. Hopefully it's not stuck. There we go. Run it out, baby. Okay, see, I'll show you in a second. Let me get that out of here. All right. So this has a false bottom. Yeah, cool. What is it? Oh, nice. Kids are outside. Thankfully, it's a nice day. All right, so I'll show you guys the color. Oh, my goodness. All right. So here comes the color, guys. Here we go. It's a little dark, right? I want nice and orange. There's a ton. That's why we're doing this. I don't want that in my beer. We'll run this a few times. All this is doing is clearing up the beer. That's all. We want a nice clear beer. Keep chatting away. 10 people in the chat. Please hit thumbs up if you guys like it. I really appreciate you being with me all day. We are making a West Coast IPA. I think it's going to turn out fantastic. I mean, you can't go wrong with Mosaic, Amarillo, and Citra hops, right? You just can't. You can't brew a bad beer with those hops. At least I don't think you can. All right, we're getting a little bit better. Look at that. See? I want a nice orange color. But that's just the first runnings. It's going to be darker. Once I sparge, it'll get a little lighter. So that won't be the final color by any means. It smells so good. Anybody who brews knows how good, when you mash out what that smells like. Oh, it's so good. Again, thank you guys for being a part of this brew day. Even though there's not a ton of people on, it's just cool talking to some people. So I appreciate you sticking with me. And if I could, I'd send you all a beer. Maybe one day I will. I've sent some of our home brews to people. So hopefully once this is all over, I can start sending them out again. I need to get those bottles you're talking about, though. Those pet bottles. That intrigues me. So I will look for that. Look at this chat. Wrestler Mania is here. Hey, how are you, buddy? Thanks so much for joining us. I know I'm not looking at chat right now, but I just saw on my phone you posted. Cheers, buddy. It has been a while. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right. I'm going to soon. We're running pretty good here. I'm going to switch over and start putting this into. Okay. All right. There we go. That's, I think, the last time I'll do that. All right. Now, where's my. Use this. Shuttle in. I do use a strainer here just to make sure I get everything off. Looks like it's running pretty clear. So this will run out. Hopefully I'll get about 3.5 to 4 gallons. We'll sparge out, get another 3.5 gallons, get a little over 7. Go into the boil. This is looking nice already. I can tell this is going to be a good beer. Color's spot on where I want it. It's running pretty clear, too, which is great. But I am straining it right now. I will get back to the chat, guys. Just bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm mashing out right now. What's up? What, you found some gems? 10 gems? Wow, that's really cool. What colors? Ooh, what's your favorite one? Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. Stand next to that microphone, yeah? Just stand next to the microphone. Let everybody see it. Good. Stand next to the microphone. Look at my cool dude here. This is my mini-me. Here's my other mini-me. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
You help me brew? Yeah?
You gotta check out gems.
Oh, they're gems. You want to show everybody your gems? Put it up there. Show them. They found gems in their art project. Yeah, good job, guys.
Can you see it broken?
Yeah, sure. Go get it. I gotta stay here though. Walk around. That's awesome. I like that purple one. There's my boys. I have 3 boys. Oh, you found 11. Wow. Got to keep them entertained, right? All right. So this is really running clear. I'm not sure I need to hold this anymore. Yeah, buddy. 1 second. Who is texting me? Oh, it's you? Okay. Sorry. I'm going to let that go for a second. See, so anyway, what I miss? Sorry, guys. Let me get on the chat. New comments. What I miss? Hey, what's up, WrestleMania? Brutal. Yeah, that's me. Awesome. I love Canadian Brewing Channel. You just perfect. Please, you will not be disappointed with going to Dr. Han's brewery. Also, Jeff, your Tiber Brew. You need to put more videos out. Jeff is my friend locally, but he's a home brewer, and he's a pinball aficionado. But I want more videos on Tiber Brew. Come on, man. Jeff, that's your personal page. So I don't think he has any content on there. But Jeff's a home brewer. Derek's just a great guy. Please, check out Derek. He does some non-brewing stuff, but he's a great channel. I highly suggest you check him out. There's Resler Mania. Sorry, Resler. There you are. I met him at a couple of years ago, I guess now. Right, Resler? Did I meet you? Thought I did. Yeah. Let's see. There's Canadian Brewing and Dr. Hans. Yeah. How do you say that? Quake yeast. We were going to do something with that too with Omega. We never did. Hey, got somebody. Hey, healthy home cooking. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know he was your husband. Nice. Yes, the meetup. So I gave him, that was our single hop Amarillo, which was really Hazes for Horses. That was a great beer. Thank you for saying that. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Healthy home cooking is Resler Mania's wife. That's awesome. Love it. More baking videos to come. Oh, look at that. All right. I got to get back to this, guys. All right. Stuff done here, guys. I got about 3 gallons out of that. So let's see how much we get out of this. Hopefully more than that. Shut that off. Yeah, buddy. What? Okay, buddy. Okay. All right. Okay.
Have you lost a gem?
Hey, do you want to do that in here?
Can you make it like this?
Yeah, 1 second. All right, 15 minutes on the clock, guys. Here we go. Let's see what time is it? What do we got? 11. We'll say 11. Say 11:10. So 11:25 will match Sparge out. 11. Sparge. What's wrong, Nick? Your hands what?
I did a piece that I tried to break it open.
Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. I'll be there in a second. Just, no, I'm talking about chat. I got some rain. I wasn't paying attention. One second, guys. I'll be there in 1 second. Talk to the chat.
Don't fall.
Don't what?
I'm talking to my jet.
Oh, okay. Cool. I like that. Sure.
I want to show the baking stuff.
The breaky stuff? Good. Oh. Oh my gosh, look at all that stuff. Wow. All right. I saw it. I can see it. See it. That's a lot of breaky stuff.
You know the two niggas shouldn't be found.
All right. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. What do we got going on? What did I miss? Anybody new come in? There's Tiber Brew. Let's put him up. So there is Jeff's brewing channel. That was Jeff A. There you go. So check him out. Great brewer. Has good production value if he just did more videos, Jeff. Come on. I'm going to guilt you every time until you start doing that. Yeah, right. WrestleMania, we did meet at the Baltimore meetup. It was great to meet you. That was way back in the day when I guess Michael Fire was doing stuff, right? Let's see. We got Beanham Homebrew. Would love to give this brew a go. Just got some fresh hops in the stock. It's pretty straightforward. Let me taste it before you do that, though, because, again, this is just a recipe I just made up. So let me taste it first. I'll let you know, Beanham, if it's good. So make sure I can taste it first. But I think it's going to be good. It's straightforward. I mean, how can it not be good with Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic hops? All right, so let me get to the chat here. So Chris Curran said, are you baking with spent grains, Dr. Hans? My guess is probably yes. That's all right, Dr. Hans. I think you took away like super chats before. That was the only thing. No worries about that. We don't have any super chats anyways. Don't worry about it. I'm not even sure if monetization is up on this, to tell you the truth. We got knocked last time for showing videos. They might have taken that away. Who knows? So Dr. Hans, this was baking with not spent grains. This is just regular. So you do baking too. I haven't seen that. God, I'm so behind. Using Quebec yeast for baking. That's a Quake. Is it called Quake? Is that what you call it? Quake? Am I saying that right? Quick? Yeah, I get that all the time. YouTube with the notifications just stops. I don't know why that is. It's ridiculous. I haven't received hardly any either. It's ridiculous. You got to go back in and recheck it. I don't know why they do that. I have a face for radio and a voice for print, so I tried to install this Facebook thingy with my picture and everything. After 3 weeks, they still say they have to protect their members. It's funny, no ours. Oh, God. Watching you go through the brewing process looks very similar to me running around the kitchen. It's exactly the same thing. I'm cooking, basically. I'm mixing ingredients. I'm soon going to put it on the flame and boil it for an hour and put in ingredients and then cool it down. And it's exactly the same as cooking, healthy home cooking. No doubt about it. Okay, so John wants to know how my bourbon journey is going so far. Well, you know it's going good for Andy, right? Andy absolutely loves bourbon. I love bourbon because I love bourbon barrel aged beers. I will not just sit down and probably drink a glass of bourbon. I'm just a beer guy. I'm sorry. I don't mind tasting it when I'm out. Andy loves it. He will sit down and drink different bourbons all night long. I can't do that. It's not me. But I like tasting them. I think there is certainly correlations to brewing or beer, craft beer, and craft bourbons and spirits. So I like it. I'm just probably never going to be into it like Andy is. I'm just a beer guy. So, but that's okay. I think it's great that Andy is into it. Dr. Hans, my Lord, buddy. Yeah, thank you. You are the man. Thank you. I appreciate that. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Super chat has worked. Yeah, we were worried if it got our last live stream, we got closed because we were showing videos. So we got all sorts of emails saying it. You copyright, we didn't get a strike. I don't think. I don't know. Whatever. Thank you, Dr. Hans. You are the man. I appreciate that. Many ways to say connect. I don't know exactly how to say quick, to tell you the truth. Rajay, what's up, man? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. I was in your stream last night or the night before for a little bit. I didn't comment, but I did see you guys. I know so many people are going live. Thanks for coming on, man. We're making a West Coast IPA. I'm sparging right now, batch sparge. We'll soon get that out and get it on the boil kettle and be moving here with boiling and adding hops. That's when it'll really smell good. It's the West Coast IPA with Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic hops. Can't be bad, right? Yeah, definitely salute to Dr. Hans. Please go check out Dr. Hans. He is an amazing channel, amazing guy. I'm friends with him on Facebook. Learned a lot from him. So if you like brewing or just want to be entertained, because he does other things besides brewing, he does some crazy stuff, please check him out. I appreciate that, Dr. Hans. You are the man. That means a lot. All right, so process here. We are going to sparge out, and then we'll put it on the, well, can't see it right now. That's in the way. Put it on the burner, and we'll bring it up to a boil and do that for 60 minutes and add our hops and then cool it down. I'm using white. I didn't say this in my recipe. I'm using White Labs California ale yeast. It's kind of my go-to IPA yeast. Really, it's my go-to ale yeast, actually. WLP001. I just love that yeast. It has never failed me. I want to get an Omega because I think Omega has pretty good yeast as well. And I'm going to use their lactobacillus for the but I'm probably not going to use maybe I'll use their Omega yeast for the sour. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, buddy. Oh no, you better find it. Anybody who's brewed a sour? Okay. All right. Well, we'll look for it. I'll find it. Relax. Oh gosh. Anyway, give me a good grain bill for I guess it's like a Berliner Weiss. Think about that. That's kind of what I'm going for. I've done some research, but I don't exactly know what my grain bill is going to be for that kettle sour. So anybody who has, hey, thank you. I don't know if that'll show up. Maybe it will. Hopefully you can get to it. Can you get to Dr. Hans' channel by clicking there? Certainly, please do that. I know you can't click anymore and go to people's channels on the live streams, but please check out Dr. Hans. I know how to say follow. There you go. All right, follow his channel. That's right. See, I got to look at that. I think I might have saw how you say it, but I still don't know if I'm saying it right on your channel. Just curious, what type of? Yeah, I think it's Sweden, right? Yeah, I think he's from Sweden. Dr. Hans is definitely from Sweden. I don't know what the conversion rate is. I don't care. I just appreciate the gesture. That's great. Thank you so much. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, we are. Don't let me miss here at 11:25. We're going to sparge out, and then that's when the fun happens. We can fire up this boil kettle and start adding hops, and that's when we really start having some beer, right? All right. So 7 people in the chat. It's been great. Hopefully you guys are having fun. If you like it, hit a thumbs up. I really appreciate everything. Just being here. Dr. Hans with that super chat. You're the man. Thank you so much. We certainly will return the favor. I got to get on one of your live streams. and learn more. If you want to learn more about brewing, check out Dr. Hans. There's no doubt about it. Shout out to Stockholm. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. He's from Sweden. What did he say here? Man, just owner from the pub, the original brewer has returned, so not just sitting there. That's all right. That's great though. That's cool though. I mean, maybe you can get us in there just to do a video of them brewing a beer. That's a cool thing too. Just go and watch them brew a beer on their system. I think that's cool. Anytime you can get a professional brewer like that and on their system and do a video, I think that's really cool. So I'd even be down with that. Outdoors in Maryland. Doesn't matter. We don't have to brew. We can just watch and film. How's that? Give them some promotion for their video. You know, we can both do something. Do a little collaboration. How about that? And then go fishing with you, right? And drink some beer while we're fishing. And I think that sounds like a good partnership right there. Get some rock, you know, or do some crabbing. What's better than crabs and beer? I don't think there is anything. Yeah, Stockholm, Sweden. How cold is it, Dr. Hans, where you are in Sweden? Has it warmed up yet? It was warm here in Middle Atlantic for a while, and this weekend it got windy and cold. It's better today. Yesterday was windy and cold. So it is starting to feel like spring, but today, yeah, crabbing. There you go. I love crabbing. Maryland blue crabs, there is nothing better with an Old Bay. Now, outdoors in Maryland, when you cook your crabs, you also put some nice beer in the bottom, right? That steamer. I'm sure you do. That's how you make steamed crabs, with beer. No doubt about it. You know where I get my crabs outdoors in Maryland? It's a place in Baltimore called Gaffney's in Highlandtown. You're on the Eastern Shore, you probably don't know it, but they have absolutely the best crabs in Baltimore, Gaffney's. Although you go catch your crabs, so you probably have your own best crabs. I don't have that ability, but I'd love to go crabbing. Like I said before, my grandfather, who's passed away, 20 years ago, had property right on the Wye River, and he would go crabbing on the Wye River. And I can remember as a little kid going over to his house after he's gone crabbing for the day, and he had just a table full of these huge blue crabs from the Wye River. Oh my God, they were so good. I miss those days. Hey, Justin Mello's still here. Where'd he go? Thank you, Justin, for being here. Justin saying hi to Outdoors in Maryland. There you go. I'm glad you guys are all checking each other out. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. I'd appreciate you doing that. We're waiting for, let's see, we got 3 more minutes. We're going to sparge out. We'll see what our volume is, and then we'll put it on the burner and start making some beer, cooking it up. Why? Yeah, the Y has the best. That's what he always said. We actually still have property there. My dad does, I should say. The problem is they couldn't sell it or do anything on it. It's not, I guess, allocated for any building. You can't, because there's no sewage, so you can't sell it and you can't build on it. He used it to park his trailer for his boat. So it's just, we have this. We pay property taxes every year and can't do anything with the property. It's right on the Wye River, or like right off of it, I guess. So it stinks. Oh, okay. So Chris is going back to kettle sours. Oh, good. I asked about the grain bill for kettle sour. The last kettle sour I did, I used 70% Pilsner, 25% wheat, and 5% CaraHell. I used maple sap water left over from the boiling syrup. Turned out really good. Scored a 41. That's really good. Yeah, so I've read that Pilsner is the way to go. I should not be using two-row, right? Don't use two-row. Use Pilsner. I'm going to have to buy some of that. Hey, Eclipse is on. Hey, Eclipse, there's another great home brewer. I mentioned Dr. Hans. I mean, everybody on here. Old Norse, Canadian Brewing Channel, Chris Kearns. I don't think you have a channel, but I know you're a home brewer. Eclipse is another one right up there with all those guys. How you doing, buddy? Out there in Seattle. Hopefully everybody's safe. Yeah, morning chat, man. I've just started. I'm doing a morning brew day. It's almost noon here on the East Coast, so I'm going to have to crack a beer soon. I'm going to get that black IPA. Boy, I'm really overexposed. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm getting ready to get my spar. I batch sparge, so in 1 minute we're going to sparge out, and we'll get to cooking soon. That's where we're at. I'm making a West Coast IPA with Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic hops. So Pilsner, yeah. So I need to use Pilsner as my base malt. Good to know. I don't have any Pilsner in the brew house. So I'm going to have to buy some Pilsner. Good to know. So Pilsner and wheat, I've read everywhere, is the way to go. So that's what I'll do. I've never brewed a kettle sour, so that won't be my next brew day. The next brew day will be my coconut brown, probably in about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. That'll probably be my May brew, and then end of May, beginning of June, I'll do the kettle sour for the first time. So I'm gonna need you guys all back for that. You have to help me. Honestly, that's split into 2 days actually. So you got your mash portion, and then you have to, what do you call it when you put in the lacto? There's a term for that. Inoculate. So I have to inoculate it. And then you come back in 24, 48 hours and you boil it. And then you just start up like any other beer, fermenting it. So that'll be probably a different brew day, but I still am going to go live because I could use some tips. I'm going to use a heating element. I think I have to on it to keep the temperature up. I'll let the weather itself get hotter out. And then I have a wrap that I use for some of my fermentations during the winter. I'll hook it up to the Inkbird and set it at like 95 degrees, I guess, 95, 100. Yeah, I mean, the hot mix, you can't go wrong. I mean, the IBUs on this are Eclipse 63, 6.4%. I'm using 2-row, a little bit of Red X, a little bit of Crystal 120 for color, and CaraHell. And then all Mosaic, Amarillo, and Citra. It should be a nice West Coast IPA. Let's see. Outdoors in Maryland's drinking a Raging Bitch. That is a very, very good beer. Love that beer. That's a local Flying Dog in Frederick, Maryland. Yes, I do have a pH. Yes, I do. Chris, I do have a pH meter. Yep. So I assume I'll check that in 24 hours, the pH of the sour, and see, I guess you want it down to what, 3? Is that right? 24 hours sounds way too fast. All right, 48 hours then. 48 hours, I guess. Check it in 48 hours. The pH, I thought I could do it in 48 hours, but maybe not. Tell me how long I should wait till I check the pH on that sour. All right, I got to mash out. I'm a minute behind because I'm talking to you guys. Lactose strains work at 70 degrees. Oh, really? So maybe I don't need it. All right, so I have the Omega Yeast Lactobacillus strain. What temperature should that inoculate at? Sorry, guys. Hold on one second. Run this out. Go on, Todd. Hit the weights. There we go. All right, let's Verloff. What did I miss? I saved my sour wort to use for the next spur. Very easy to do and always. No, I don't. So 70. Oh, so I can do it at. Oh, then that changes everything. So I'm definitely, that's good. I don't have to worry about it because that'll, in end of May, it'll be 70 degrees in this. That's good. All right. I like that. That's good to know. I didn't know it. I thought it had to be higher than that, but I could be totally wrong. And I am wrong, it looks like. All right. So you'll see this is much like, it's not as dark, the Sparge, of course. So the color's going to change. Hey, there's the Beer to Beerman. Chris, what's up, buddy? Waking up out there on the West Coast as well. Eclipse just came on. Brewing a West Coast IPA right now. Beer to Beerman's one of our old friends. Great channel. He brews too. Got a lot of brewers here today, which is great to see. I love that. We still brew here at 21090. Well, at least I do. I'm not sure how much brewing Andy does. He's like brewed once in the last year. I brew every month. I started this channel as a brewing channel. That will never change. We do other things, no doubt about it. We do whiskey, we do beer reviews, we do beer brewery tours. I promise you we will always brew beer. At least I will. I caught Chris some of your brew day the other night. How'd that go? I couldn't stay on the whole time. Obviously, you started when I was getting ready to go to bed. But how did that turn out, Beer to Beerman? How'd that brew day go? I know you were live for it. Just curious how that went. There's the color, guys. See it? There we go. All right. 1 or 2 more times, and I think we should be good to go. Yeah, it's running nice and clear. Nice and clear. Sorry, I'll get back to the chat in a second, guys. All right. God, it smells good. Nothing better than the smell of brewing beer, right? And then once you add those hops to the boil, holy cow. Look at that. That's a beauty right there. You can't see it, but it's more of an orange color. That's exactly the color I'm looking for. And that's coming off from that Red X and a little bit of Crystal 120. All right, I'm actually gonna get my strainer. Start getting this sucker into the boil kettle. Let's see how we run here. Nice and clear. You guys can't see that. I'm sorry. This isn't good YouTube, the back of my head. This is running super clear. That's awesome. Let that go in. It's running nice and clear. Beautiful. Gotta step that. All right, guys. So 12 in the chat. Hit the thumbs up. What I miss here? Let's see. Anything? Let's see. So, yep, depends on your lacto blend. I use Good Belly Shots. They are lactobacillus. I haven't heard of that. Very clean, no off flavors. It kills itself at 3. What will now? So I've already bought it. What will the have you ever used Omega's lactobacillus blend, and what will that get it down to? I heard that was really good for kettle sours, but now that you're saying I should be using this Good Belly Shots, which I've never really researched, and I will now. Have you used the Omega Yeast lactobacillus blend? All right, so Peter Bierman said it went very well. What did you brew again? Why do I not remember it? I was there for the beginning of your brew day. But what did you brew? Tell everybody. We got a lot of brewers on today. And there's Canadian Brewing Channel just saying good to see you here. I'm glad got a lot of brewers on. So always fun when we've got what? We've got Dr. Hans, we've got Eclipse Brewing, Canadian Brewing, Old Norris, Tiber Brewing, Chris Kearns. I love it. Love all the brewers. Appreciate all of the support, guys. And let's see. I think once I get this on the boil, I'm going to go pour the black IPA. Jeff, what did you send me? Jeff just sent me something. Hold on one second. Gotta get out of this. Jeff. Jeff just sent me going back to pet bottles. I love these stainless caps. Okay. So Jeff just showed me something also with stainless caps that you fill and purge the oxygen. Oh, that looks cool. Where did you get those, Jeff? Thanks for send me where you got that. That's awesome. Let's see here. I thought Andy's texting me, but not on. Way to get on. That's just, I'm going to shame Andy. Our live stream. Andy. Brewing now, and you're not on. Nobody wants to hear Andy anyway, right? Nobody wants to hear Andy. Nobody wants Andy. All right, what did I miss? Sierra Nevada. Oh, that's right. The Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I just got to make sure I don't miss the end of this because there's going to be a ton. Let's see where we at volume-wise. I need another little bit. Hold on, guys. I got to just pay attention here. The very end of this will get a lot of grains sucked underneath the false bottom. So I don't want that in my wort. All right. 12 people. Thumbs up, please. Thank you. I appreciate all the support, guys. Stick with me. I'll get back to chat in a second. I'm just going to make sure I hit my target volume and don't get any of the grain in here. Getting there. Wort looks beautiful. All right, hold on one second, guys. Almost there. Good Lord. A little bit more. Getting towards the end. Just want a little bit over 7 gallons in my Don't leave me, please. Don't leave. I promise you. Andy just totally gave a thumbs down. There's no doubt about it. I just texted him, so he might saw that and said, "Oh crap, I forgot you're on live." He doesn't remember. He knew I was going live this morning. He's out there hunting Easter eggs. I just got an email or text with his brother. All right, I'm going to shut this off at 7:30. Should be close to being done. All right, we're good. That's good. All right, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you. Gotta fire up the book. Let's get this thing going, right? Let's start boiling some beer. Oh, man. One second, guys. Okay, now, let's see. When we boil, we'll start adding our hops. I'm going to go in the freezer and get the hops. I need to do that. What did I miss? Andy sucks. I love it. Nice. Andy sucks. Let's put that up there. That's from Dr. Hans. Katie Brewing says, is that the Omega Yeast 6? I'll show you what I have. Hold on. This is what I got. There we go. That's what you're saying, right? 605. That's what I'm going to use. All right. So it does say the temperature range 68 to 95 degrees. So that's awesome. I didn't know that. So I don't have to worry about the heating element. I'll just wait till it gets warm enough outside to be in that temperature range. Probably May. That way it doesn't get below 68. But this is what I'll be using. Plenty of hops. So here's all my hops. I bought the Mosaic in bulk. So I have a vacuum sealer. And then I got some Citra and some Amarillo. So there's our hops we need. I'll have to portion them out in a second. We got time. First edition is Mosaic. So there we go. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to get the chat up on my phone so I can see. What did I miss? All right. Yeah, Andy just gave the thumbs down. But Omega Blend is a mixture of lacto and lactoplatarium, so it should be good. Good belly shots are in your refrigerator section at your grocery store. They are. So I did read about probiotics. So I didn't think that was the way to go, but you're saying, Chris, that's the way to go. I will look into that next time. If this pulls off, so you prefer the good belly shots, and you do the same thing as doing the kettle sour. It's the same thing. You put it in, inoculate it at the same process. You're just using those shots as sort of your inoculate. Okay. Yes, good belly works. All right. I didn't know that. All right. Good to know. See, I learn everything on these live streams. I learned from Dr. Hans. I'm learning from Chris, Eclipse. That's what this is all about. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. So we're going to bring this up to a boil. I'll watch it. It's a 16-gallon boil kettle, so I only have a little over 7.5 gallons in there, so I don't really worry about boilovers with that, but we'll still watch it. I don't want to burn anything on the bottom. All right, let me just check that real quick. I just want to make sure my flame's right. All right, hey, Eclipse, I'll be back, mate, toasting some hot cross. Hey, send some over here, will you? I need some of those. I'm hungry. We'll be here. Don't worry. See? No way I can still see you. I feel like my back to you, it's not good. I got plenty of time. Still one different. All right, that's good. That should be good. All right. It's just a lactobacteria. Okay, so it's the same thing. I read about those probiotics, but I didn't think anything of it. I didn't know how effective it would be, but you guys are all saying that's the way to go. Hopefully this omega yeast will work too. What hop do you find? That's a good question. I am grapefruit. I think the best dry hopping grapefruit. I love Citra. I mean, I think that's going to give you somewhat. I think the orange is what I kind of go for as well. It comes from that Mosaic and Amarillo. So I like the sort of orangey, citrusy grapefruits in there. And I love what comes from dry hopping with both Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo, all three of them. They're like my favorite hops. I like the orangey flavors and smells that come from those. So that's kind of what I go with. This is what I think Jeff just sent me. So if anybody wants to check into that, Jeff, thank you for texting me that as well, Jeff. Maybe you did. Yeah, you did. Okay. There's where you can buy what he just texted me for your bottling. Anybody's interested? But you get the idea. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Eclipse has logo on Eclipse is very good. We're trying to work out a new logo as well. Andy, how's that going, buddy? We're working on it. Okay, so Dr. John says you make it should work fine. Perfect. But you're saying it's going to take at least 48 hours. Maybe how long should it inoculate? That's my question. Just check the pH till it's down to 3 or so, or 3.5. That's what I need to know. And then do you suggest, is there any specific yeast I should use then for the fermentation? I don't know what yeast I'm going to use yet either. So help me build this recipe, guys. What yeast should I use after we inoculate the sour? You never tried all three together? Oh, well, I have. It works really well. It's good. I've done it in other beers, so hopefully it'll work here. I put 1 liter. Oh, okay. There you go. You force got interesting. There you go. That's how Tyra Brew does it sometimes. Nice to know. And there's Eclipse. Look at that. Did you do that yourself, Eclipse? It's a heck of a. It's awesome. There's Justin still here. Everybody check out Justin. Justin, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you sticking with this. I know you're not a brewer, so I appreciate you being on here. Also, boil your wort. Yeah, I'm definitely going to boil my wort for 10 minutes before inoculation. Yes, I know that. I definitely will do that. I'm not going to add any hops either. I know that. Yep, totally get that. I got that all. I just didn't know exactly what yeast to use, and then I didn't know about the probiotics. Check daily. Okay, so check daily. I will check it. It's okay to sanitize, check it. Okay, that's what I'll do. There you go. All right, so there's what Jeff's doing. Hey, all right, hold on. US 05. All right. Is there any similar White Labs or Omega yeast you would use? I'm partial to those, so let me know. And I don't think I would need to do a yeast starter. Maybe I should, though. I don't know if the lacto will strain the yeast, so maybe I should do, even though it's going to be a lower, I think the ABV this is going to be like 5%, 5.5. Should I do a yeast starter? Make sure the yeast are good. There's Beer Chugs. Mike, hey, buddy, how are you? I've missed your What's the ABV on Wednesdays. I'm sorry. We go live on Tuesdays, and it's very hard for me to come back on Wednesday and do another live stream with you.
because I'm doing things with the family. So one of these days I promise you, be back on your What's the ABV. Everybody doesn't know, Beer Chugs does a really cool game show on Wednesday nights where he brings on people, he describes beer, and then we have to decide what we think the ABV of that beer is. And it's like a big game. It's really fun. And then the people on the live streams can also chime in what they think the ABV is of that. I mean, he gets some really off the wall. He gets European beers. Dr. Hans, you'd be good with that. And so it's a fun game. And I was on it one time, and I promise you, Mike, I'll be on again. It's just hard for me when we go live Tuesdays to come back again on Wednesday, but it'll happen. All right, so WLP 002, perfect. There you go. That's what I needed, Dr. Hans. I learn more on these live streams than I think you guys do from me, so I appreciate it. All right, so let me check my temp. I got to start portioning out my hops, so give me 1 second. I got ways to go. We're at 173, so I got time. All right, let's get some hops. So the first hops is 1/2 ounce of Mosaic. Here's my Mosaic. I got way too many Mosaic. I'll have to so I buy it in bulk and then just use it and then just reseal it. Anybody else buy their hops in bulk? I do. I didn't have time to portion these out, so I think this was a pound. I've used it a couple times. I'll just cut it off, reseal it. All right, we need a 1/2 ounce. There's probably like 14 ounces in this, and I need one whole ounce out of it. Isn't that something? All right. So this is my Mosaic. So again, I've said this before. My 3 favorite hops. I also like Galaxy. That's another one I like using. Are Mosaic, Amarillo, and Citra. Throw Galaxy in there probably for the win as well. But beautiful. All right, let's get some. Oh, guys, smell. Come on, smell. There you go. Get in there. Oh, anybody who knows Mosaic, whoa, it's like an orange tangerine. I love it. A little bit of pininess. Let's get a 1/2 ounce. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. Boom. 1/2 ounce. There it is. Oh, they need to make car fresheners, I think. Maybe I should do this, go in business, that are various hop smells. I would buy that. You know, here's a Mosaic car freshener. Here's a Galaxy car freshener. My wife would hate it, but my God, I don't think I'd ever leave my car if I could just smell like this. Oh, I love it, right? All right, let me get back to chat. Sorry, guys. 11 people. Hit that thumbs up, please. Let me know you guys like this. I appreciate you sticking with me. We're going to go all day. I'm taking you through the entire brew day. I sometimes cut off. We're going all day. I've got nothing else to do. So I'm here for the long haul if you are. Let's see. Don't go below 3.0. The yeast won't like it. Okay, so I'll try to stop maybe at 3.5 then. Yes, I love hearing all the beer talk. I agree, Beanham. We got some great brewers on the stream too, so take advantage of it. Is beer another home brewer? And look back in the chat. What did I need to look back in the chat for? I'm sorry. Did I need something for that? I missed that. And then Beer Chugs, Mike, we got to get you brewing. You're a reviewer. I don't think you brew beer though, right? And yeah, so you got to buy in bulk. I buy all my grains, the only thing I don't do, and I should start doing this is reuse my yeast. I should be doing that, but I don't. So it's definitely cheaper to buy bulk. You got that right. I buy from More Beer or Adventures in Homebrewing bulk. So the problem with that is I'm not supporting my local homebrew shops when I do that though. So that's a problem, I guess, because they don't really have good prices. I don't know why, and they don't really let you buy in bulk. Maybe I should ask. So there you go. Being Ambrose 1 kilo. Yeah, so we buy pounds, same kind of thing. We buy my hops by the pound. My grains, I usually buy 50 or 10 pound bags, and then that'll last me for a while. I mean, the base malt, the 2-row, I got to buy more often than all these. I have 1, 2, 3, 6, I have 8 specialty malts I buy in 10 pound increments, and then put them in the sealed containers. They last for a while. So I can at any time. These are the ones I really like to. I have 3 different crystals. I have CaraHell. I have 2 roasted malts, like a chocolate malt and Carafa 3. I've got Red X, of course, Victory, and a little bit of Munich when I do my Pilsner. Oh, not my, yeah. Well, I do my Marzen. I do that once a year. I actually have to replenish that before my next one. Anyway, I love Amarillo. Use it when yes. There you go. That Amarillo I love too. Single by itself. Oh, that single hop haze for horses, isn't that good? So good. All right, let's check. All right, we're getting there, guys. 190. So a little bit longer, we'll start boiling. Derek's still here. Hey, all right. I suggest USO 5. WLP. All right, perfect. And I can just go with I have another thing of WLP in there, so I actually bought a few of that in bulk, so I will just go with that. And then, there. Oh, sorry, I just skipped over Derek. I'll go back to you. Just your friendly neighborhood beer, brandy drinker, and cigar smoker that pays. Nothing wrong. Hey, you sound like a really classy guy there, Derek, with brandy and cigars and chess. That sounds good to me. So yeah, I live. I live probably less than 15 minutes from Annapolis on Ritchie Highway. Annapolis homebrew. Yes, live very close to that outdoors. Yep. Oh, so Mike, you did start homebrewing this year. Is there a video on your channel? I didn't see that, and I love that you're doing that. So now we've got even more homebrewers. 16 people. That's a record. Ding, 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 ding. We got 16 people in the chat, guys. That's what I like to see. Hit a thumbs up. Andy's still not in the chat. We don't need Andy, right? As Dr. Hans said, screw Andy. I try to have a lot of ingredients at home so I don't have to play. Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's what I did with this brew. I just said, I know what grains I have. I said, let's play around with it. That's brew from what I have. That's what I do. So I know what grains I like and where I can get color from and what works for me. So I can do anything. That's why I think, one, the ability to not have to worry about going to a homebrew shop to get your ingredients when you buy in bulk is good. And 2, you kind of know what you like. So that's why I highly recommend it. All right. After I put in this boils, I'm going to go get a beer because it's almost 12 o'clock. Here's the other thing. I have continually forgotten to put in my Orloff tablets. 15 minutes left to go in the brew. I add an ounce of Amarillo. Don't let me forget to throw in the tablet, the Orloff tablet either. I've done that before, and it ticks me off. All right, so beer. So I'm sorry, Mike. So he does. I thought maybe I did see you do that one time. I haven't recently seen that video. When's the last time you brewed, Beer Chugs? Because now that I know you're brewing, you need to do a live stream from your brew day. That's what you need to do. You need one of these. We'd all come and watch. Easy watch hours for you as well, buddy. Yes, exactly there, Derek. Yes. That is where the Navy school is. Yes, the academy. It's about 20 minutes from where I live. Oh, the black IPA? What do you mean by that, Dr. Hans? Is that what you're saying was up? Did you have the recipe for that? See me over here. Sorry. All right, we're at 198. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the black IPA before this thing boils. sorry guys, I'm back. Did I lose everybody? Yeah, we lost everybody. I wasn't gone. I'm sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom, and then there's the black IPA. I poured it really aggressive. I'm sorry because I was quick. There is Andrew. Oh, see, Andy comes in and we lose everybody. See, figures. Figures. What did I miss? All right, what did I miss? Sorry. Andy. Look, Andy comes in. Are you having your black IPA? Yes, that's what I went to go get. There it is. I did a really aggressive pour real quick because I had to go to the bathroom and I was gone for a while. So there we go. All right, so there you go. Mike, you need to do a live stream from your brew day. If everyone could collectively hit the thumbs down while Todd's gone, we'll send Andy. You can certainly come on if you want, but I don't think I want you on, to tell you the truth. So just stay there. And Andy, they love this. So they actually say for you, you can go. Great suggestion. God, Dr. Hans, what are you doing? You're turning on me already. Andy, Dr. Hans gave us a great super chat, so you can't be mean to him. He helped us out earlier. Anyway, there's the black IPA. Best beer I do. It's just fantastic. Cascadian Dark Ale. It is bitter, hoppy. Got a slight roasty note to it. Great mouthfeel. Smells amazing. I use Chinook as the bittering hop. It's got Mosaic in it. It's got Citra. Shocker. Just an amazing beer. I absolutely love this. It won second place in an AHA homebrew competition on the IPA category, so I'm very proud of it. Just absolutely love this beer. I'm almost gone. I didn't realize it, but the tap's almost kegged. I've drank it so much, and some of my friends and family have come over and got growlers, so it's almost gone. So I need to bottle some quick. Anyway, what did I miss? I'm missing some stuff here. Drinking my own. All right, drinking my own brown ale. Nice. See, it's 12 o'clock here almost on the East Coast. We're getting ready to get the hop ready. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're boiling. Half ounce of Mosaic. Oh, the smell, guys. Oh, I wish you could smell this. There we go. Beautiful. Just try to get to the hop right. Woo. Oh my gosh. Need a car freshener of this too. It's good. Should be good. What I missed, I'm sure Andy's making fun of me. What do we got? 12 in the chat. It's been a fun 2 hours already. We're going the whole way through live stream. We're not stopping early. Just look at that. Can you guys? Oh, so good. Cheers to everybody out there. It's now 12 o'clock on the East Coast. I cracked open the black IPA very quickly. May have to go get another one. It's hard to go all the way downstairs though in the bar. But amazing black IPA. Credit goes to Dr. Hans for the improvement on this beer to get the roasty notes with a delayed mash on the roasted malts. And it works like a charm. So thank you, Dr. Hans. All right, let me get back to this. I know Andy's probably making fun of me. I'm way behind on the chat. Here we go. See, people already learning so he can drink. Yeah, very funny. Andy's so funny. Ooh, Mandarina Bavaria Munich Smash. Okay. Bon Jovi, he is not. No good solo. I am totally good solo, and I think we were doing better without you. My brown ale is carbon right now. I really like the brown ale. That's funny because the next brew I'm doing is the coconut brown ale. So brown ale next month, guys. 3 weeks probably, 3 or 4 weeks. I'll have another brew day. It'll be the brown ale. 10 minutes. There you go. Yep. That's why I love cake and forced carbonation. Hey, Justin's still here saying hi to Andy. That's the other half, Justin. That's his personal account. He doesn't have any stuff. Andy, you don't have any stuff on that page, right? Yeah, see, I turn it way up to like 25 PSI, and I know exactly it'll be done probably about 24 to 36 hours, and I way back down to actually take it off the CO2 for a while until it loses its pressure for any reason. But I can give it carbed in 24 to 36 hours. Not 10 minutes, though. What did I miss? What's up, Justin? Andy saying hi to Justin. The Bingham homebrew is I'm drinking a Mosaic IPA. There you go. There's nothing better than a nice Mosaic. I got to get my hop schedule. So what did we start boiling? We're right at 12. You guys remember when we boiled? How long ago was that? Shoot. I'm going to say it was probably 11. So 12:58, we will stop the boil. Right? And boil. So, at 1:13, half ounce of Mosaic. All right, at 1:13, I got to do, 12:13. 12:13, half ounce of Mosaic. What did I just do? Uh-oh, that's not good. Shoot. Andy, this new, God Lord. All right, I got to do something here, guys. Dang it. This camera, Andy, is no bueno. It keeps cutting out on me. Hold on, guys. Dang, gone it. Oh, no. Guys, Andy, your camera continues. I don't know what's going to happen now. Andy, it'd be great if you could come on. Because I can't get this back without starting a new stream, I guess. This is not good. Oh. All right, Dr. Johns. Look, everybody's going to leave because the camera. Dang it. I hate this camera. This new thing is just not. I should send it back, Andy. It's loose. Can you guys see this? Why can't. Oh, that stinks. Well, guys, maybe I won't be on all day. That stinks. Go to my webcam then. Come on. Well, I don't know what to do. Well, guys, what happened is the USB cable for this webcam came undone because there's something wrong with it. And I don't know how to get it back. Yes, Andy is probably hacking the video now. I don't know how to get it back because it won't let me go back to it, even though it's plugged back in. It just stays. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to end this stream, and I'm going to start one up right again. So if you want, come back. I apologize, but I will. All right, good. I'm back. All right, never mind. I'm back. Crisis averted? I don't know if anything happened, but send me a link. All right, Andy, I will send you a link if you want to come on. I got back. This thing is really touchy. Wow. Let me invite you, Andy. You can come on and talk to everybody. Let's see here. Who wants to see Andy in the chat or in the stream? Raise your hand. Say yes, Andy, or no, Andy. That's what you can do. Yes, Andy, or no, Andy. Just check something. She's a beaut, Clark. All right, Andy, let me email you right now. I'll send you the link to your Gmail account. How's that? That'll work just nice. All right, compose. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. This USB thing for this is really touchy. Andy got a new webcam, which is great. Thank you, Andy. But it's for some reason not very good with connection. Link. All right, Andy, I just sent it to you, buddy. To your Gmail. So hop on if you want, man. Keep me some company. All right, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate all of you staying with me. Yeah, who wants to see my ugly mug anyway? You want to listen. You're okay. See, Chris is okay with no video. I appreciate that. Cheers to that. Yeah, I wouldn't want my ugly mug. Oh. All right, see you in a few. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, I'm back. Yes, I am all back. Just bring them on. All right, Andy, you can come on anytime you want. 10 people in the chat. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys staying with me. I'm going to try to go through the entire brewing process. Why not? Get that out of the way. There's the brew kettle. At 45 minutes, we need to add the other half ounce of Mosaic. So let's do that. Oh, I'm not going to turn this on. Hi, honey. Oh, chicken salad. I'll take the chicken salad. Thank you. No toast. Just regular bread. All right, here we go. Another half ounce. That didn't work. Dang it. Come on, man. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to zero this out. Andy, when are you coming on, man? Come on. Let's go. People are waiting for you. They want to see you. Just parching out. Dang it. I have a bad scale. Anybody else still there? Say hello. I'm sorry that hell happened. Hopefully you're not leaving me. Brewing an IPA today. I'll get back to chat in a second. I got to just get this done. This scale is giving me trouble. Zero out. There we go. Half ounce of Mosaic. Again, real nice orange tangerine smell. Citrus flavor to it. Love it. Love Mosaic. Kind of higher alpha acid, so you can use it for bittering too. And I'm kind of using this for the bittering. I will dry hop with this as well. Amarillo goes in next, and then Citra, and we dry hop with all three. All right, there you go. That's done. What did I miss? Oh, there's Andy. All right, hold on. We're going to bring on the star of the show. Hey.
Yo. Hey, what's up?
What are you doing? Hold on. Let me put on my Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Can you hear me?
I got to put on my headsets.
I can't see the chat, Andy. So I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I'm not going to be able to hear you. That headset.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Andy?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can everybody see? Where are you? First of all, why are you driving and vlogging?
Well, because I figure it's right now they don't recommend you do one or the other, so I'm going to do them both together. Two wrongs make a right. So I'm going to Home Depot.
Okay. So, guys, look at this. It's a 2-for-1. You get me brewing and Andy going to Home Depot. I mean, what more riveting YouTube could you want? Uh-oh, he just cut out. See, look.
Well,
there he is. All right.
You were thinking, Todd. I saw, the screen went black. You're leaving to go drink. I saw the number plummeting. I figured I'd help you out, throw you a bone. So.
Well, you leaving the chat actually brought us down now to 8 people, so that's not good.
Oh well. You're such an analytics guy. I'm more entertainment over bucks. You know that. So
yeah. Hey, real quick, the Beatham Homebrew. Yeah, I can actually. once I get done here, I can put this in the replay of this homebrew, brew day. I'll put in the description the actual recipe, so you can have it if you want to replicate it. So I'll do that. Anyway, Andy, what's going on, man? Oh, Andy just left. See, look, I mean, come on, Andy. He comes on, he leaves. I got to put in hops anyway. We're only at 12:13. I need to. There he is, Andy. There you are. You're killing me here, buddy. There you are. Hold on, Andy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, don't get in an accident. Yeah, I can hear you. Just don't get in an accident.
No, I pressed the live chat and then I couldn't get back, so I could see what people are saying. But never mind. You're gonna have to monitor that for me.
No, we have hardly anybody in the chat anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, what are you making today? I haven't really been paying
This
attention.
is the West Coast IPA. It's straightforward, easy beer. It's you got some Red X in here for you. You know you love Red X, right?
Oh, I do love Red X.
So it's gonna be a nice sweet malt backbone, citrus, a little bit of resin, Mosaic, Amarillo, and Citra hops. So
that's good.
Clear beer,
hey,
clear.
My favorite new co-host is stopping by later.
Tyler from Hysteria.
Yeah.
So you ordered your beer? Oh, everybody! By the way, everybody out there, it was Andy's birthday yesterday. So everyone say happy birthday to Andy. Oh, my wife brought me a sandwich. She is the best. Anyway, Andy, happy birthday!
Thanance, man.
Did you have a good day?
I did. Actually, you know what's funny? My brother calls me and says, "Hey, we're going to be walking past the house in like 60 seconds. Come on outside." I said, "Sure." But that was actually not true. My parents, followed by my brother, my two sisters in a caravan, drove by with balloons, honking horns, singing happy birthday. It was very sweet. So
that is very sweet. And I'm sure Tony brought you a bottle of something, right?
Actually, he did. He got me Wilderness Trail Bottled and Bond, which I might crack open for one of my solo gigs when we start doing the solo stuff. So I might wait for that and crack it open. Yeah, I've heard some decent stuff about them. So we'll see. Yeah, it'll be fun. And last night I sipped on a little Stag Junior.
Ooh, how was that? See, look, Andy's bringing in the whiskey.
Stag.
We had a couple people in here. WTF Mike early on. He actually loves bourbon, and he actually makes his own bourbon.
That's awesome.
He says that there's a stovetop still that he has, and
you can
the way to get so and then he just gets oak chips, big oak chips, and chars them and puts them into a container with his whiskey, and that's how you get bourbon as a home distiller.
Pretty cool.
Without getting like a huge barrel. So I thought that was cool too.
Now there's some different ways of doing it, and the small barrels age. It increases the aging process. You're not, they most of these places can't age for the minimum 2 years, and the 53 gallons is too big, and they'd lose too much money. So they can expedite that by smaller barrels anyway.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, yesterday was nice. We had nice little dinner, and
so Andy, you're getting some happy. So Bean Ham Homebrew over there in the UK, I think he says happy birthday, Andy. Canadian Brewing channel says happy birthday, and then Chris Kearns, happy birthday. So you're getting a lot of birthday.
Well, thank you to all three. So to my Canadian friends, I miss my Jets. To my UK friends, I'm wearing my LEP T-shirt, but I'm missing the fact they're probably not going to tour this summer because of COVID. So
I heard that might still be on though.
That's not happening. There's no way that's going to happen. I mean, unless something miraculous comes about, I can't see how they're going to. I don't think kids are going to be back in school by Labor Day, let alone us 70,000 people going to a stadium. So, yeah.
That's
plus,
true.
You go into a Motley Crue concert, you can catch something from them just by being 13 feet away. So, I mean, I can let alone trying to figure out this and COVID. So, yeah.
So, Andy, one of the things I was saying to the chat early on was, we'd have to buy a still to do like whiskey.
It's also a lot easier to screw things up and blow things up.
Oh, I'm sure.
And drink some things that are not going to sit as well in the morning as a skunk's beer. So you got to be a little more spot on with whiskey.
That's true. But Canadian Brewing Channel just said their local homebrew supply sells stills.
Yeah, you can get stills on Amazon too. I've looked a couple of them up. I mean, it's not something I haven't explored, but you know me, the science geek in me lives through you. I'm the creative recipe guy. So I like drinking bourbon because it's pure and it's simple. I like making beers because I can get creative. So,
Well,
I don't know.
I think
we
it'd be
can
cool
always
if we-
explore.
yeah, I think it's worth exploring at least. You
Sure.
have it at your house, not my house. I have too much in my house already.
Yeah, that's code for my wife won't let me play with any more toys. I don't blame you. Well, that's the other thing. We're starting construction on the backyard, getting things ready, so we'll have a place to brew over there too, Todd. So we can do some of these live streams at
That would entail you actually brewing.
I have all my stuff now. I have a little section now all set up for my stuff, so I'm not constantly doing double, triple cleaning, getting things ready. It'll be there.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Make sure.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. Oh, and it's for Hysteria coming over today, Tyler. I got the last 4-pack, so it's kind of funny, irony here.
Oh.
I got the very first 4-pack of this paper. Actually smells amazing right off the line, and I just bought. I sold them at the very last.
Nice.
Wow.
So, that's awesome. What else did you buy from them?
I got another one of the big beer, no little beer, German chocolate imperial, because that's fantastic. And then they have a Schwarzbier. They're nice. Yeah, I mean it's basically a lager stout.
It's a black lager, right? It's a black lager.
Black lager, basically.
Oh.
So
they're good.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. I might sip on some of those as we do our Tuesday night live stream.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Yep, people are already talking about us getting kicked off. I think Jeff was on earlier.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's on anymore. It's just me and you talking now.
Oh, is it really just 2 people?
No, there's 8, but it's not many.
Well, did I kill the chat? I can jump back off and let you go.
Gives me something to do.
Besides eating your sandwich, yeah. No, I tell you, the sitcom thing, I was looking, and there are so many to choose from.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be hard. I'm probably going to try and do a combination of, like, all-time favorite, like mix in ones that maybe I don't watch religiously now, but, like, were part of my childhood with, like, stuff that I watch now. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But that's a fun one. That's going to be fun. I think people will get into that.
I think so, too. Let's hope.
Yep.
Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Tuesdays with 210. I like it.
Bring your top 10 sitcoms of all time.
Yep, that'll be fun. And I think I'm also going to do the Crooked Hammock. Not Crooked Hammock, but Crooked Crab. I'm going to try them out too.
Nice.
They've got a couple hazies. They do a lot of crowlers. So support your local breweries. Find out they're delivering, and they will come hook you up. It's good to help keep them afloat.
Now, are you going to do anything with Tyler from Hysteria for the video or no?
I'll text him. We'll see. I have a little idea floating around. If time permits, and if it's crazy with the kids running around, I can't do it. So be it. Okay. But, because he didn't have 210 on there, so it'll actually, we could do something funny with that. I have a little idea. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are you doing? You're the mash now, or what are you doing?
Boil.
You want to boil? Okay.
Can't see it but yeah, we're boiling. We're about 20 minutes in.
All right. Well, that's good.
So
anybody drinking with you out there already?
Not really. We got Beatham Homebrew and Canadian Homebrewing Channel are talking back and forth about how they, I guess, use the still to make whiskey.
I would do a video. Maybe you're not supposed to, but I would love to. I would love to see how that happens. Maybe I'll have to email you guys because that would be really cool. Now, the question would be for them: have you tasted any finished product, and is it like something that's worth sipping on, or is it, you got to mix it with, a half a liter of Coke? Like, how does it come out? I'd be curious to see how that.
My guess is because you don't have the barrels that, if you're making bourbon. If you're just making like moonshine or just like regular whiskey without charred oak,
well, then it's not bourbon. Good. Yeah,
I know.
You can make the white dog, which is fine, but you're just gonna end up with some clear hooch. Is all you're gonna get, which is not bad. Some of it's good too. Some of that's really good. You tamper that down a little bit, and it's. Look, there's some really good corn whiskeys out there. I'm gonna probably do a couple of those too when we start sampling on our whiskeys. So. But I'd love to try it. So now I will say, Todd, the bourbon trading thing is it's very different than the beer where you're doing the bottles. You get those. My cousin does. You get those little tiny, I guess like 3 ounces or something like that.
Yep.
You pour it in, you fill it, and you label it, and then you just send them offload. So we could always do that too with some people who want to, if we want to spotlight some things. So there's some ways around it.
All right.
Which is kind of fun.
So Chris Kern says he's making a bourbon mash right now. That's a hopless corn beer. I was talking. Okay, so Chris Kearns is a home brewer. He said he was making a corn beer. So basically, he's making a bourbon mash right now. It's basically a hopless corn beer.
Yep.
But I assume you're not distilling it, right? I mean, yeah, he's making like a corn beer.
I bet you that's good.
Yeah.
I bet you that's good.
But I don't. It's probably just, but no hops in it. It's probably very sweet, I assume, right? Real sweet. If it's just a corn beer, it's clear.
Right.
And what's the ABV you'll get on that? That's my question. Hey, we got another home brewer, Sexton Brewing. Cheers, gents. Currently mashing a Belgian single while I make the kids some lunch. There you go. We're making a West Coast IPA. Andy's going to Home Depot, and he just jumped on to say hi.
Well, you know what? I might not be going to Home Depot.
Why?
Holy.
A long line?
Let's do a drive-by here. I'm going to show you what this is.
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. They're not letting people in, and that causes a huge line outside.
Like. And so
look at Costco. It's probably the same way.
Now this moron is trying to back out.
Andy's going to get road rage here in a second, guys.
George is getting angry. Hold on. Let me show you this nonsense. This isn't social.
Welcome, Sexton Brewing. We're brewing today. I'm glad you're on. We've been on for 2.5 hours, so we're boiling right now. Got about 40 minutes left in the boil. This is a West Coast IPA with Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic. Andy, what are we seeing here?
All right, Todd, you ready? Here we go.
Ready.
Watch this.
Let's hold on. Let me put you on. Hold on.
See, can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this nonsense.
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about.
Look at this nonsense.
This is total nonsense. Where are they going in at? Oh, that.
Curbs.
Yeah.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yep. So you get to stand out line. It's a 50,000 square foot place, and those 10 people in line really going to make a difference?
Well, the thing is, they're more on top of each other doing that than they would be.
That's what go over to Costco. I bet you the same way.
I'm not going to Costco. That's going to be a nightmare the day before.
I went to Costco yesterday.
I might just call this one tie a bow on this puppy. Well, that sucked.
Well, there you go.
At least I got some fresh air. That's not bad.
No.
So, yeah, that's not fun at all. Oh well.
So yeah, Beanham Homebrew has got 5-liter barrels and bourbon oak chips. So you charred the oak chips, Beanham, I assume, to get the bourbon. And then Sexton Brewing says, I'm also going to make a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale clone. They put on
nice.
Yeah, so if you go to Sierra, I made that. On their website, they have the actual recipe for their Sierra Nevada Pale. Everything. Go to the website, Sexton. That has everything. And I guess they just put up on Instagram last week as well. Yeah, it works. It tastes very similar to the real thing. So that was cool of them to do. Okay, so he would never distill it. So it's a 7.5. So Chris Kearns, who makes that corn beer, would never distill it. If you distilled it, what would the ABV be then? I mean, I assume much higher, right? Yeah, see, that's brutal. So that's not even a bad line. Andy, are you driving over to Costco?
No, I might.
The line to Costco yesterday was at least 1,000 feet long. It was ridiculous, and there must have been 400 people in that line, which makes no sense to me because they were standing on top of each other, not like you just saw there. That makes no sense.
This is ridiculous. So I've been out in probably close to a week and a half. So things have gotten a little bit worse, I believe.
Canadian Brewing Channel says, make your own beer, grow your own food, and stay home for the next 6 months. Well, I can make my own beer, but I can't make my own food.
It's looking that way. I might have to take up hunting with the bandits, Todd. Fishing hunting. So,
got oak chips. Okay. All right. Well, Andy, we have 5 people in the chat.
All right.
So,
well, I'm happy to have scared them all off for you.
That's all right. It's okay. We've been on for a long time. I just, we had a lot of people on. It was fun earlier on. We had a bunch of homebrewers.
I ran through the back and saw Dr. Hans came to hang out for a while, which is cool.
Yep. He gave us a nice super chat, too. It was really nice of him.
I saw that. That was very cool. So we'll have to
certainly return the
thank you on that, too. Yeah. That was pretty awesome. but yeah, and then I'm looking forward to Tuesday. I think that's going to be a fun little continuation series we can keep doing.
Agreed.
You know.
I totally agree.
The idea is we'll keep working on like the delivery aspect, but
Yeah.
like anything else, we'll just keep working on it until it gets better and refined. So
Yeah, and again on Tuesday we're going live at 8:30. Yeah, we're doing like a top 10 sitcoms, but we're gonna be drinking beer, drinking whiskey, talking about beer and whiskey. So if you want something fun to do, hang out with us.
yeah, absolutely.
We
I
can't
think
really do our normal reviews, although we are gonna try to start doing some solo reviews, right, Andy?
we're going to. We've got enough content, I think, to get us through maybe 3 or 4 more, and then we're going to end up needing to do some
There you go.
quarantine reviews anyway.
Amarillo hops right there. I love the smell. Tangerine. Oh gosh, it smells so good. Oh, that's
I need an old West Coast IPA in my life, to be honest with you, man. I need an old traditional, just kind of what got us into brewing.
yeah.
I need to brew one soon. I think when
Come
this
on,
I will. I got all the goods out back. I'm waiting on the yard to get done, and then
All
I'll
right.
the weather's
I got
turning.
you.
We'll get things going. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then I can get to my kegs. I need to have you bottle my my pumpkin anyway, because I got a lot left. Yep.
All right.
So
Well,
that's still
gotta bring it
sitting there resting patiently in the fridge.
All right.
So that.
So anybody, what's everybody? It's now well in the UK it's been afternoon for a while, but what's everybody drinking? I just finished off a little black IPA from the last brew day. Andy, what are you going to drink tonight? I guess some Hysteria Brewing beer or Crooked Crab beer.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little stout lagerish. It's a little chilly today. I'm
Yeah, it
thinking
is.
maybe so I might dive into one of the new stouts that I'm going to be picking up and try that out. Also, I also may still hit Whitey's. I need to stock up. So, looks like, and I just drove by their line. They're looking good. They're fine. There's like
Where is
two
that?
cars there.
Where's that?
Whitey's.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's our local liquor store.
Yeah. So I'll figure that little route out as well.
Well,
But,
Chris Kearns,
yeah,
Canadian Brewing just asked Chris Kearns how many times does he distill until you're satisfied. So you distill multiple times to get the desired alcohol. What do you distill multiple times?
Well, that'll also take a lot of the harshness out. I mean, it's like Jameson triple distilled. You keep every time you pass her through, you're gonna eliminate. That's why those big barrel, straight from the barrel, unchilled, unfiltered, unchilled.
Yeah.
You pick up everything. I mean, that's got all the new, and I like that. It's very flavorful. Jameson, something like that, triple distilled. It's ridiculously smooth and very easy to just sip on, but there's not a whole lot of body, I think, to it.
Got it.
So yeah, you can. But and that epoch that we had, that rye, Todd, that is one of the very few open top distilled whiskeys that are still done around here, which is really cool. So that rye is 100% rye and open top distilled. It's good.
Nice. Chris Kearns is drinking an Irish coffee this morning. Not bad. Not bad at all.
That sounds good. That sounds real good.
So, and Chris Kearns answered Canadian Brewing Channel saying, I do a stripping run until I have enough for a slow spirit run. I don't know what that means, but I assume that's how many times you're running it through the still. Is that right? I don't know, but that's what he does because he asked how many times he distills it. And he said, I do a stripping run until I have enough for a slow spirit run. So there you go. So it looks like we need to get in touch with Chris Kearns if we ever go down the world of making whiskey.
As if I needed one more hobby. But,
He says always remove the
yeah.
He says always remove the foreshore on every run. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like you should definitely remove the foreshore.
Yeah, there's some pieces
Four shots.
yes, there's some pieces that need to be removed, or you're going to be, the stomach's not going to handle you're not going to process what's going down the pipe. So there's definitely some rules that must be strictly adhered to if you're gonna venture into that world.
Bean Ham
You got a little more leeway in beer, Todd.
Gotcha.
So.
And Bean Ham is brewing drinking a Nelson Smash.
So I love Nelson Sauvon, man.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing a little smash ale.
I'm just going to check the beer real quick.
Yeah, I cannot see the chats, but I hope you all are doing well, safe, and if you celebrate, happy Easter to you all this weekend. And yeah, I've got to get back into the home brewing. I haven't brewed since Oktoberfest, but the beers I did do came out really good. The Pour Some Pumpkin on Me obviously was really good. It's an English brown ale. With,
looking good.
And then the double red rye IPA. So I need to throw something else in that arsenal. I'm thinking about a stout, Todd. I might be looking at a stout.
Whoa, have you ever brewed a stout, Andy?
No.
Oh,
I've been mainly having all
IPAs and nails.
All IPAs and nails and things like, well, stouts and ale too.
Well, stouts, but you know what I mean. Lighter ales.
A little different, yeah.
No heavy, yeah. Gotcha.
But
well, hey,
that'll be fun. Mm-hmm.
Sure. What kind of stout would it be? Chocolate, regular?
I'm thinking about just maybe a touch of coffee, kind of mimicking that
coffee
brewing.
Stout. I like it. Yeah. That'd be good.
I thought that was great. I had that the other night.
Anybody out there brewing a good coffee stout? Let us know.
Yeah, I had that the other night. I had one left, and I got to tell you, that was really, really good.
Really
I wish I had access to a few more of those. I wonder if Key's delivering. They're not far either. We might be able to.
Good question. I don't know. I know they have curbside delivery, but I don't know if meaning that they're open and you can come up there and they'll bring it to your car. But I don't know if they're delivering curbside. I guess ordering, I should say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
supporting those local breweries.
Hey, Andy, we're up to 7 people in the chat. Anybody new come in and say hello? Oh, and the Beanham Homebrew says Happy Easter, everyone. So Happy Easter, everyone, tomorrow. A little bit different, but still can celebrate, right?
Absolutely. It's still a good day. Happy Easter to everyone, and do your virtual hellos. You still eat with family. We're gonna probably turn on the Zoom or Hangouts or whatever, and we're gonna all kind of half eat together and check in with each other. So, take advantage. Actually, I think this has brought up the good in a lot of people. People are probably communicating more now than they did when we were busy running around like chickens with their heads cut off. It's just we're doing it this way now.
Yeah.
So I think people are calling this the new normal. That's a crock. This is not normal.
Right.
But I think the new normal that will come from this, I think we'll probably be a little better for it. I think teaches a few things, to be honest with you.
Hey, so Chris Kearns came back and just said about, we were asking about, he says he makes plenty of cuts and keep the head and tails for blending. What I don't use in the final product goes into a reflux still for vodka run. That's amazing. Wow. So Chris is a big-time brewer and distiller.
So I got to ask you, Chris, give me like something that if you were going to compare something you've done to a well-known whiskey or bourbon or even rye or something that we can say, you know what, I've tried this and it tastes in similar vein to this. Like, tell me what your final product is like. I'd love to hear that. That's because that gives people who haven't tried it some hope that, it can be done and it can be good, because it sounds tough to get right. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's true. And our old friend Andy Alpine Gulch is on. Remember back in the day?
Yeah, sure do. Sure do.
Hello, friend. How is it?
Welcome.
We're done the brew day. We got about a half hour left in the boil, and then we'll cool it down and throw it in the fermenter. Andy's on his way back from Home Depot, a failed trip, unfortunately, because there's a line out the door. And so he's turning right around and going home, but he decided to join us for a little bit. And so he's in the car.
Well, actually, I'm making one more stop, as dumb as it is, to try to apples to oranges here. I'm going to drive past Lowe's and see if it looks any better.
Okay.
Give that a shot. And then if not, then I'm probably going to call her a day.
And Canadian Brewing Channel, Andy, talking to your point, they're doing a Zoom with the family tomorrow. So there you go. That's how we're all kind of coming together. That's a good thing to do. And,
it is. People are out walking again. They're saying hi to old friends, and
Yeah. So the funny thing is, the Beanham Homebrew, Andy said, we can stay and connect with.
All this mess.
Yeah. Well, Beanham Homebrew says we can stay and connect with live streaming. And I remember when there was no internet. He says, "Shit, I feel old." I remember there's no live internet as well. Oh, Andy, Derek was the first person that came on this live stream back 3 hours ago. He's still on. He says, "Salute to Mr. Andy. He's quite good."
Derek, my man.
Derek is the man.
Yeah, we're virtual, Derek, but we are going to have a beer
Sometime.
together in the city of Brotherly, because I do a lot of work up
There you
real
go.
close in the outskirts of Philly. That's a hop, skip, and a jump away. We're going to have to share
There
a
you
brew,
go.
my friend. So this is all said and done. First
Got to.
one's on me, brother.
There
We're
you
good
go.
to
There you go. So does Lowe's
Yeah,
have
that'll
a
be
big
fun.
lineup as well, Andy? So Andy is out and about during the virus. Yeah, are you at Lowe's yet? We're seeing how bad it is in the Mid-Atlantic area in Baltimore, Maryland. Going to different heat. Try to go to Home Depot, and there's a line out the door. So not going there. Now going to Lowe's and see if there's a line there as well.
Yeah, we're going to check it out. I don't anticipate it being much better, but we're going to find out in about a minute, and I'll let you guys see the live update.
Canadian Brewing Channel said, could you imagine if we had no internet during this whole thing? It'd be a bad scene. Yeah, what would we do without the internet?
Yeah, it would. Well, those without internet have probably been living without it for a long time, or probably life hasn't changed much for them.
Right.
That's
true.
So I think about those people who've been living off the land, hunting, gathering, and doing their thing. This is probably no big deal to them.
That's true. That is true.
Lowe's is a billion times better.
There you go.
I think. Oh, no, I lied. There's a line. That's a line. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, let's see it, Andy. Can you show it to us?
They're just on the other side. I don't even know how long this is, so let me check out. What are people getting? I mean, I just can't. I guess it doesn't
Andy, they're
matter.
keeping people in the store. They're not letting people in the store, is what it is. It's a certain amount in the store, and then they let them congregate outside, which makes no sense. Like,
so they let you in until you're done shopping, and they let another person when you check out. Is that how it works?
I think so. Does
Yeah,
that make any? So then you just sit in line together outside instead of being in a 50,000 square foot store.
And all these fools walking around without masks on, hacking on each other. Yeah, this ain't my scene today. Sorry.
All right. So Chris Kearns talks about Andy. He says he blends his whiskey similar to Glenlivet.
Okay, so a little scotch. Yeah, that's fine.
I like the honey and vanilla notes in whiskey. The options are endless, and you can blend your product to your liking.
So a little Scotch-esque, just without all that peatiness, is what I'm assuming there.
I guess.
Chris, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, you're in Maryland. Drive gently. I do see your screen on there. I will, Derek. Maryland drivers don't know how to drive to begin with, let alone during all this nonsense. So, yeah, you got that right. I tell you, Charm City for a reason, because it's got a certain charm to it.
Canadian Brewing says they're getting toilet paper. Laugh out loud. That's what they're all doing. They're all getting toilet paper. What do you need, Andy? What do you need to get out of the house? What are you trying to do?
Well, honestly, in case the bunny makes his appearance, he may need help in assembling one or two things I may need a specific tool for. So it was supposed to be a quick run in, run out.
Gotcha.
But I think it might be a run to the neighbors next door and borrow.
There you go.
I think that's what might be happening.
Always works.
So, man, I tell you, this is just nuts. So, but whatever.
Yeah, Derek says this is a FUBAR situation done on purpose. Go before sunrise. Derek does. He says you got to get out early, Andy. You got to get early if you want to.
Yeah, I know. But they're doing that. I don't know if they're doing it up in Philly, but right now they have the early hours are dedicated for those who are 60 and older. They have like 2 hours for seniors, so they can get in and out and do their shopping, and then the rest of us can go running around too. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to find out. Might be more of a point and click with Amazon.
Andy, Chris Kearns got back to you on your question about his sort of scotch. He says exactly similar to monkey shoulder. If you've ever had it, I'm not a huge fan of peat, whatever that means.
Yeah, me neither. It's funny because I was even the other day. I thought even that mixture of peat with like the campfire from High West is a mixture of like Scotch, bourbon, and whiskey, just all kind of blended together. And the peat's too strong. Like I guess Scotch is now an acquired taste that I'm not ready to quite jump into, but I like the sweeter kind of charred notes that you get. So monkey shoulder, I've got to try. I've seen it, I've passed it, and I haven't picked it up, but now you're making me want to give it a shot. So
there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Chris,
very cool.
Chris has been with us from the beginning. So Chris, I appreciate you hanging. Same with the Canadian Brewing Channel and Derek Williams. You guys have been awesome. We're gonna still keep going. I'm brewing here. I'm gonna stay on until I cool this wort down and put it in the fermenter.
Yep.
So
how's everybody in Canada doing without any NHL playoffs? I mean, to keep everybody. I mean, that's got to be. I mean, that's probably killing you guys like no opening day down here for us. Man, I actually watched the Jets replay game. I watched their last game against Edmonton right before it was the last game before the COVID shutdown. And man, I miss that. I miss watching my Jets. I really do.
Yeah.
They were playing some good hockey too right before this whole nonsense happened. So
All right, a couple minutes, Andy. In 2 minutes, I got to put 1 minute actually. Now I got to put in the 1 ounce of Amarillo hops. It's 15 minutes left, and I also have to put in my Warlock tablet.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Talk, Andy. I don't.
Okay.
You probably can't see the chat, but give me a second, and I'll be right back.
all right, go do your thing, Todd. You're breaking up on me anyway. I don't know if it's you or if it's me. So if you can hear me, good. If not, I'm just spitballing because I can't see anything that you guys are saying anyway. But when Todd comes back, if there is a little missing of the sports action, write it down. Tell me what you're missing most, because this is the best time of year for sports too. Between opening day for baseball, which is like a holiday, you know that, Derek. Philly same way. It should be a holiday for each city. And then March Madness, which we don't have, and the NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. I mean, man, it was just a good time of year for sports, and all of it shut down. I'm missing it a little bit. Forgot about how big of a part of my life that was too. So, be curious if any of you other sports junkies out there are missing some of it. You back on
Derek,
there, Todd?
Derek has to head. Yeah, Derek has to head out. He's going to lunch. Derek, if you're on here, I'll be back. Yeah, Edmonton. Derek is a hockey fan. He said Edmonton was on a tear, Andy, just to let you know. But
They were. Although my Jets took them down right before 4-2 in Edmonton. They had that was Connor McDavid's return too. He was flying down the ice, but Connor Hellebuck still standing strong. There's your Venza winner for the year, if you ask me.
And Derek, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you hanging out with us, man. We'll see you on Tuesday night, I guess. I'll be on probably for like another 45 minutes at least. But he's heading out to lunch. And thanks for
happy Easter, Derek. Thanks for jumping on, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, people. Canadian Brewing says people don't know. Andy, you were asking about Canada, how everything's doing, but people don't know what to do. I think they all go and line up at Home Depots to keep busy. All right, Andy. Here's a question for you. Andy, here's a question directly. Can you see that? Chris wants to know what's your favorite whiskey bourbon.
If we're going whiskey and I can say like rye whiskey, I'll do both.
I think so.
And it can change a little bit, but for rye, I think overall I love Pikesville rye from Heaven Hill. It's high proof. It's about $1.14, I believe, but it's the old Maryland style rye that's 51% rye versus bourbon's gonna be 51% corn, but there's a high corn addition, so it's a sweeter rye, but still got enough. It's fantastic. So that would probably be my favorite rye. My favorite bourbon,
Citra.
I will say one of them is probably E.H. Taylor Bottled and Bond is just absolutely phenomenal. If I can find it, I score them. I try and score them when I can find them.
Nice.
Maybe I'll throw one more out there that I really, really like. Let me see. I almost like everything from Michter's. Their Michter's single barrel, but that's a rye too. But their single barrel rye, ridiculously good.
All right.
Well, there's three. If I can think of another one that just really, really stands out, I'll throw it out there too. But I'll tell you that Larceny Barrel Proof was phenomenal too. That was really, really good. I don't know if it was my favorite, but man, that's a solid one I can remember drinking that I just really, really liked.
All right.
So Chris, I am a sucker for the higher proof.
Yeah, Chris, what are your favorite? Let's return the favor back to Chris. Chris, what's your favorite whiskey bourbon? Derek was talking about how the NCAA championships would have been played last week. Can you hear me? You all right? You all right? I can hear you.
Again. Yep, say it again. Yep.
I know. Derek was saying how the NCAA championships would have been played last week, and Beanham Homebrew is missing the I think rugby, Moto GP, and Superbikes. I'm missing NASCAR as well. Derek says, "Dang, yeah, all this stuff would have happened." Here's the beer man. The beer man is graced us. What's up, buddy?
Beer man.
We're brewing a beer, man.
Todd, Maryland had a shot
Home
this year
Depot.
too.
What's that?
Maryland had a little shot this year too. They did.
They did. So
First
cheers,
time
beer man. How are you, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, and Canadian Brewing says all my friends are jealous that I brew my own beer. Every
should
time
be.
I put up a brew video, they become envious. Of course, they should. That's what we do it for. No, it's just joking. I love sharing my beer with like my family and friends. I think the best part is when you brew a beer, and we do a Oktoberfest party every year where we brew 7, 8 right home brews, Andy.
Yep.
And not every beer is for everybody, but when somebody comes up to you and they go back and keep going back that beer, they like, I really love that beer. That's what makes it all worth it. That they're not just saying, oh, this is a good beer, because they're going back and get more and more of that same beer. They love that beer, and that to me is the best thing ever.
Yeah. Well, and the cool thing is when you actually start to have like 1 or 2 recipes that you have to replicate because people want to have them again. That's cool. So like, I talk about the pumpkin and the red rye, but people loved the Hasselhoff. Like we do the David Hasselhoff beer, which was that Meisel and Friends clone, that German IPA clone we did, and the Hazes for Horses was good. The Marzen everyone wants to try. The Coconut Brown, so we're finding repeats that people want, and then you experiment until you find the next thing that sticks, which is so. Yeah, I'm kind of missing brewing a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. My life.
Back on it, man. Come on, you can do it at your house. What else do you got to do?
I edit videos that I get asked every day by my partner, like where's this,
we
where's
don't have
that.
anything to edit right now. Although I did send you some stuff I just did. Have you looked at that yet?
No, I'm afraid to look at anything you do by yourself, but I'll take a peek at it. No, well, and if you saw the Wyoming whiskey, like that was a good example. Like that wasn't a quick shoot, but it came out well. I mean, it's not flying off the charts, but I mean, it's an example of a really, I think, a good video. I mean, those were, there's a lot of cuts and edits, and you pull in some B-roll, and you're trying to, and not that we're trying to make this like, this isn't diners, drive-ins, and dives, but we're trying to get as close to like what you can do on the budget that we have to bring good content, and that slows you up sometimes because it's not like a sit down in one night like some people can do and pump out a video. Yeah. So I know it's slower moving than you would like, probably than I would like too, but I think it's worth it to continue to put out good stuff for people. So,
well, one thing you see on your screen there, Andy, Chris Kern said you turned me on to the Bottle and Bond from your video. Great bourbon for that price. That was the Evan Williams, I think, right? Was that the Evan Williams?
Yeah, Evan Williams. Yeah, that's a steal for that price.
Right. How about that? We turned him on to Evan Williams. That should make you proud there, Andy.
Well, it's a good value. And look, someone else turned me on to it, and someone else before them. So it's passing on the good word, man. Passing on the good word.
Happy Brew Day. There's the Citra hops. This is a West Coast IPA. It's got Mosaic, Amarillo, and Citra hops. It's going to be nice and sort of orange citrusy with a little pine notes into it. Little resinous, not that much, but a nice classic clear West Coast IPA with some malt backbone to it.
Todd, I got to get you able to describe bourbons the way you look at that confidence just rattle off your beers.
I know beer.
I like that.
I know
you. But taste. You've got the ability to describe. We need you hitting some bourbons like that too with the authority, because you've got a good palate for that stuff.
All right. So thank you, Andy. You'll love this comment from Canadian Brewing. He says you guys have the best live stream, so that means a lot because we try not to just come up and just drink beer, which is fun. We've done that a few times, but we want to have usually some type of theme, something that make it fun for you to watch, not just for us to do, I guess. So I appreciate that, Canadian Brewing Channel.
No, thank you. That is very cool. We appreciate it. But you know what? It's fun also talking to you guys. I mean, you think about these things too. What would it look like if you had, 50,000 subscribers and 1,200 people watching and stuff like that? The intimacy of like being able to talk to you guys would be gone too. It's kind of nice when you get to do these things where you're talking to, talking to everybody.
And the cool thing is,
I like that.
Chris Kearns just said so you asked him what his favorite bourbons or whiskeys. There you can see Jefferson Reserve, Michener's Evan Williams Single Barrel, Balcones, Baby Blue, and Balcones. Is that how you say it? Balcones?
Balcones. Let me tell you, they're out of Waco, Texas, Todd. They're absolutely phenomenal. I am ordering their Brimstone. I hear amazing things about that.
Chris
I've got a bottle of the Baby Blue, and I just think it's awesome. The Jefferson, I have a Jefferson's Ocean at Sea. It's their second batch, by the way, Chris. I have not opened it yet. That is supposed to be one of the ones that made its maiden voyage through Baltimore. So it's got even a Baltimore tie to it, which is really cool. I'm going to have to crack that open too. I've been sitting on that for about 2 years. So I really can't wait to open that. Evan Williams is great. And
And our old friend Justin Mello, who has just been lurking all the time.
yeah,
He is
man,
still here. He's been with us here for a few hours. Thank you, Justin.
awesome.
You are the man.
that's really cool. Thanks,
All right,
Justin.
I got to add in these Citra hops in 1 minute. Andy, take the
All
chat
right.
again. And
Yeah, I'll take the chat.
throw out a comment. We've got 9 people in here, so throw out
Yeah,
something.
throw a question you can spotlight so I can actually.
All right. Here's my
Yeah,
question to you, Andy. If you had one beer and one bourbon to drink for the rest of your life, what would it be? Go with that.
Yeah, that's easy. I was hoping for one from you guys. Todd throws that at me. Bourbon, I don't know. That's too hard for me to say. I have a feeling I haven't tried my favorite bourbon yet, and I don't know about beer.
Andy, I gotta go get the hose for the wort chiller. So keep talking.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I got you. I'll just sit here in the parking lot. No, I'll tell you one of the best bourbons I've tried. Chris, you can tell me if you've had this or not, or if anybody else. The 2001, it was the 11-year Knob Creek 25th anniversary. I think it was 122.5 proof. Man, it was beautiful because I the first bourbon I kind of fell in love with was the single barrel 120 from Knob Creek, and this was even better than that. So really, really cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. So that might be my bourbon, and I'll have to wait till Todd gets back to highlight to see if I can see what you guys have put up. But as for beer, man, I have no idea. I will tell you, the second brewery tour we ever did, there was a dark chocolate cherry stout from a small little, if you guys remember our Third Wave Brewing video in Del Mar, Delaware, absolutely knocked me out. It was so good. That, and they had a Chardonnay aged sour that was phenomenal. They had 2 beers that day that I have not been able to see since that I just thought were just money. So I have a feeling my favorite bourbon is yet to come, and my favorite beer, who knows? Maybe I've already had it. But then again, you homebrewers out there, sometimes the best beer is the stuff you make yourself. I'm a sucker for my red rye. I really like that. And I got that inspiration from. Anybody remember Sam Adams had a sampler pack a couple years ago? They had something called Patascala, which was a beer that was all Red X. And it was really cool. Like it was the grain bill was 100% Red X. So that was like the inspiration for the base of that. And I just ran with it. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Had to call the local homebrew stores to see if they had it. So who knows? Maybe that is. So that's the answer. Maybe we brew our best beer and the best bourbon yet to come. But those were some of the ones.
Yeah, Chris Kern said, "Dang, save that question for a special occasion." Or maybe I don't know what were you saying? Special occasion.
Oh, I was talking the best bourbon. I was like, I have a feeling that it's yet to come because I have, there's so many more I want to try.
Yeah.
But that I was saying that Knob Creek the 25th anniversary Knob Creek was just really, really good. That's as close as I gave a 5 to on a bourbon.
And then Albert Maryland still here. I don't know if you saw this. Well, are we going to the radio right now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear the feedback.
Sorry.
Anyway, he has a pub or in Denton that has. At first, he thought we were, but now you talk to the owner. They would go down there one time and brew and video on Brew. Like on
they brew at the pub. Where is it?
On a professional system. I think it's like a 10-gallon. It's a small system, but it's a bigger. I think it's like a 50-gallon system. So like I guess a barrel system or like a barrel and a half.
Where?
In Denton, Maryland.
Okay.
I forget the name of it. What's the name of that pub again?
That's kind of cool.
One day, Canadian Brewing will try a live. You guys make it easy. There is planning in it. I don't think it's that bad.
It's not that bad. That's our first couple live streams. We did it with virtually no equipment whatsoever, and the audio is always the issue. Like even now, me running what I'm running through is not ideal, but it's doable. And if the conversation's fun and you guys keep it loose. It's all good.
Our old friend Ann Matt joined us. Wow, it's been a long time, friend. How are you? Good. Matthews checking in. And Beer Man, there are some. I found this out very quickly. There is not as many whiskeys as there are beers. There's millions of beers. That doesn't like there's more than 1,000 different whiskeys. I mean, is it true?
Well, yeah. If you, Todd, think about. So if you want to, there's very few beers that you're going to age for, 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
keep
go ahead.
talking.
But some of these bottles are truly generational. Like, you'll be sipping on something that your granddad helped make, 10 years ago, and you might get to try these bottles twice in your life. I mean, it's bourbon and whiskey are pretty special in that regard. Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I really want to try. I might have to save it. I don't know what occasion I'm going to wait for to pop that open, but I had at a small whiskey pub my first sip of Jefferson's a while ago, and I knew I had to find a bottle, and that, I guess it was a couple of years ago. I remember enjoying it, and I probably didn't even appreciate it as much as I probably would now. So I can't wait to pop that open. That's going to be. I guess it can make a special occasion out of anything. Look at you, Todd. Look at him. He does love the camera. Look at him. Such a ham. Oh, I am going to make one more stop, drive past the grocery store, and then I'm hopping off because this is driving me nuts out here. Maybe it's because the day before Easter, but it is ridiculous out here right now. And I wish I could see what you guys were saying. However, I cannot. But yeah, no, any maybe tomorrow being Easter, maybe that's a special occasion enough to pop open something good. I also am sitting on a stash of really good old wine that I haven't popped open yet either. So, because I don't know if you guys are wine guys. I love wine too. Italian, especially Southern Italian wines are kind of my favorite. From that Calabria, Sicilian region, like down there by the heel of the boot, and Sicilian, some amazing wines. But yeah, I'm a wine sucker too. I guess almost any spirit except for I'm not a big rum guy. Rum and I don't have a very good relationship. So,
I'm back.
Yeah, I was talking wine too, Todd. I said because they were talking about popping over the Jefferson's Ocean first.
Yeah, Andy, you gotta reduce your sound.
Well, not much I can do, Todd. I'm probably gonna try and hit the grocery store here, and I might hop off and let you finish up in a second, brother.
All right, that works.
But yep, it's
You're
been
talking
fun.
wine now?
Well, no, I was just saying that he was like saving the Jefferson Oceans for a special occasion, but I'm sitting on about a case of really old wine too that's been aging. That's some good stuff too. That I got to find out when I got to start popping some of these things open, man.
All right, Andy. The Outdoors in Maryland said that
Market Street
pub
Look it
in
up.
Denton, Maryland.
Let's look them up. Yeah, we'll look them up. That'd be fun. Anything we can do something maybe we can do a collaboration with them. All right, hey Todd, can you hear me?
Yeah, jump off. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off, but well, yeah, but
All right, buddy.
I'm gonna jump off anyway. I'm
All right.
gonna see if I can hit the liquor store and hit the grocery store, and then
Sounds good, man. Well,
Get ready.
everybody say goodbye to Andy. Happy birthday, Andy. Hope you had a good day yesterday.
Happy Easter.
Sounds terrible. Happy Easter.
It's on Tuesday. All right, see y'all.
So my mic is giving you feedback? Yikes. How about now? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Is that better? Tell me that's better. Hopefully that's better. Sorry about that, guys. Trying to bring Andy in. So I'm cooling down the wort right now. It's the easiest. I mean, this is one of the easiest brewers I've had. There's no adjuncts in it, nothing special. No step mash, no delayed mash. So just got to cool it down. I'm using I got a yeast starter that I did 2 days ago. It's ready to go. I'm going to pour that in. I'm silent. Now, I should be okay now, though. I did mute myself for a second. Yeah, the echo was in his car. That's what I thought. No sound. All right, I'm back. Good. Yeah. Does this sound better at least? This should sound good now. I'm on the Yeti, so hopefully that's good. So let me ask you guys that you've been with me, Chris and Alpine and Beanham Brewing and Canadian Brewing Channel, Outdoors in Maryland. Anything you guys want to plug? I mean, really, there's nothing left for me to do on this besides put it in the fermenter. But plug away, guys. We'll be going live on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. I hope you guys can all come make it. It's really just a time for us to hang out and have fun. If you have sitcoms that you like from the past or present, bring them. We're going to go over our top 10 sitcoms. We're going to drink a lot of beer, pour some nice whiskey, have some conversation about anything you guys want to. It's really a time for us just to get together and take 2 hours to relax in this stressful world that we live in right now. So hopefully you guys can join us on Tuesday at 8:30. That's our next live stream. We will have some videos coming out, but until we can get back to like normalcy, live streams are going to be the way that we do things right now. Unfortunately, it's just the only thing we can do. We will do a couple of solo things, but they're still hard to do. Andy edits everything, so I got to upload them to Dropbox. He's got to, so it's not as easy as it thinks. You know, if I was just solo, it'd be much easier. I would do the editing, but Andy does all of our editing, and there's only so much he can do. So for now, we're going to do live streams. So I think we like we got away from live streams for a while. I think we're going to make it a regular thing at least every week. I like connecting with people. I think it's fun. Some people say, "Oh, it's not good for your channel if you're, an edited version. You're a content creator that it makes edited videos. The algorithm will suppress your videos." I don't really care. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, if you guys want to plug anything that you're doing, please put it in the chat now. I hope everybody will check everybody else out that hasn't. I really appreciate all the homebrewers and like Justin Mello, who has been with us. He's not a homebrewer, not even a big beer drinker, I think, but he's been with us the whole time. Justin, thank you. Everybody earlier on, we got a nice super chat from Dr. Hans over in Sweden. Thank you so much, Dr. Hans. If you watch the replay of this, I will put the recipe once this uploads for this beer, if you want to replicate it, this West Coast IPA. In about 10 days, not the next live stream, but the following live stream, I'll show it to you how it tastes. So not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, I'll have it ready to go. And you'll probably be able to see what it looks like, and I'll tell you. If anyone likes fishing, please check out Outdoors in Maryland. He's got a great network of channels. I'm glad I found him. He's local. We live in Maryland. I love supporting local channels like his. I just can't wait till you can get out there, start crabbing and fishing, man. I'll be out there soon, hopefully, too, with my friend right out by Thomas Point Lighthouse. We do some fishing and then crabbing in the South River. So how many hours are you behind or in front? So we're behind you. We're, I think, 5 hours behind you. So that's going to be a problem for you, Beanham. Our 8:30 is going to be like probably 1 o'clock in the morning for you, 9, 10, 11, probably 12:30 at night for you. So not good for our across the pond friends. I'm sorry about that. Canadian Brewing Channel, thank you. We appreciate you coming on. And we look forward to seeing you hopefully on Tuesday at 8:30 too, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Canadian Brewing Channel is going to be, let me highlight some of these. Reviewing his brown ale tomorrow. Okay, is that live, Canadian Brewing, or is that an edited video? Just curious. So please check out Canadian Brewing. And if anyone likes fishing, Outdoors in Maryland, he does everything outdoors. So it's really good. I assume you'll do crabbing too. I hear crabbing starting up nice. Yes, Beerman, a West Coast IPA. I'm so tired. I love hazies. Don't get me wrong. I love New England IPAs, but I'm going back now to wanting a nice West Coast IPA. I just drank one from Stillwater the other day. I'm like, God, how I missed this. So I'm like, I'm brewing it. I'm brewing a beer. I'm brewing a West Coast IPA. Haven't done one in probably 2 years. So more than enough time for me to do that. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to end it now. There's not much. I'm getting actually tired, to tell the truth. It's been almost 3.5 hours. Some of you guys were with us the whole time. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. Okay, Canadian Brewing is edited. All right, so we'll look for that tomorrow. His review of his brown ale edited video dropping tomorrow. So please, everybody, check out that video. And Beanham, if you can join us, that would be awesome. I know it'll be late for you, but we have fun, and we drink some beer, drink some whiskey, talk about fun things, and it's usually a good time. We're trying to do it every Tuesday night. So that's the schedule from now on. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Stay safe, keep drinking, and I'll let you all know how this beer turns out in about 10 days. All right. Bye, everybody. Cheers. Yeah, no problem, Canadian Brewing. I really appreciate you being with me. Thanks, guys. Yep. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.